All right, our pole setter is the 18 of Rumblin' Billy Rumbaugh, 27. Kurt Gunkel lines up on the outside of the front row. Watch him now as they bring it up to speed out of turn 4. Mighty Mike Powers turns them loose. We're off and racing in tonight's first Hoosier Tire Late Model Heat. 27, Kurt Gunkel jumping out to the early lead. Billy Rumbaugh back to second. To 47 there of Lonnie Lepowski trying to hold on to third as we complete lap number 1. Number 5, Jason Isley out there on the outside groove going to fourth as Lonnie Lepowski in the 47 stays low. This time by, we'll have 2 in and 6 to go. Lonnie Lepowski, 47, up to second now as we complete lap 3. Number 5, Jason Isley on the inside of 18, Billy Rumbaugh. But we got trouble in turn 3. It's the 57 of John Fitzpatrick setting in the wrong direction, and turn 3 brings out the first caution in tonight's racing program. So we got 3 down and 5 to go. 47 of Lonnie Lepowski. Number 18, Billy Rumbaugh running second. Jason Isley there in third. 44, Jerry Serfoss runs fourth. 26, Bob Harder. 27, Kurt Gunkel lines up at the tail along with the 57 of John Fitzpatrick. They brought out the caution. We got 5 to go in our first Hoosier Tire Late Model Heat. Keep your eye on them next time by as we get ready for a single file formation restart. As they come out of turn 4, they'll be bringing them up to speed, and Mighty Mike Powers turns them loose. 47, Lonnie Lepowski and Billy Rumbaugh running 1 and 2. Here comes Jason Isley, number 5, trying to find some way down low as we complete lap number 4. '57, John Fitzpatrick in the infield. 27, Kurt Gunkel in the wrong direction. That's 2 for number 27, Kurt Gunkel. That's 2 cautions coming out. 2 cautions coming out in tonight's first late model heat. Well, we've had 4 laps, 2 cautions already as we get set to bring them back up to speed as they come out of turn 4. Mighty Mike Powers turns them loose. Number 5, Jason Isley trying to work the outside of Billy Rumbaugh. 18, Billy Rumbaugh overheating, or he's got a tire rub on that front left. believe that is a tire rubbing on the number 18 as we complete lap 6. And that front left on the number 18 of Billy Rumbaugh rubbing. He's headed for the pits as the white flag will fly this time for 47. Lonnie Lepowski's got one more to go. Number 5, Jason Isley trying to catch him. 44, Jerry Surfoss is running in third as the checker flag will wave this time for 47, Lonnie Lepowski. 47, 5, and 44. That's the way they're going to finish 1, 2, and 3. Number 44, Jerry Surfoss finishes third. Number 5, Jason Isley comes home second. And winning tonight's first late model heat in his first time out here at the new Paris Speedway, car number 47, Lonnie Lepowski. Pole, car number 9, that's downtown Jimmy Brown. To his right, the other number 9, the red number 9, is the Rome City Rocket of Darwin Wolf. Second row inside, car number 57, Renegade Racing's 57 of Devin Heimbaugh out of Elkhart. To his right in row 2, the 69 from Warsaw, Barry Lamb. Third row inside, car number 30 comes to us from Toronto, Canada. Number 30 is Terry Jones. On the outside of row 3, from Elkhart, number 13, Moose Miller. And on the inside of the last row, from Syracuse, number 61 is Travis Slaybaugh. To his right from Plymouth, the 22 of Rich Bowl. 8 cars going 8 laps in our second Hoosier Tire Late Model Heat. Okay then, Mighty Mike Powers puts them on their final pace lap this time. I guess next time we'll go racing in our second Hoosier Tire Late Model Heats. 9-9, 57, 69, 30, 13, 61, and 22. 8 cars, 8 laps. Which number did you pick? Watch them now as they come out of turn 4. Mighty Mike Powers turns them loose, they're off and racing. The number 9 on the inside, the pole setter, downtown Jimmy Brown, leading them into turns 3 and 4. Darwin Wolf and the Rome City Rocket on the outside groove in the red number 9. Still running in second as they complete lap number 1. Now the Rome City Rocket of Darwin Wolf on the outside groove makes his move up front. As they go through turns 3 and 4, your new leader will be the Rome City Rocket of Darwin Wolf in car number 9. Caution flag coming out for some reason, not quite sure. Looks like we got debris. Debris out of turn 2 over there. All right, the red number 9 of Darwin Wolf's out in front. Downtown Jimmy Brown and then the other number 9 there running in second. 57 Devin Heimbaugh lines up third on the restart. In front of the 69 of Barry Lamb. And a 13 of Moose Miller out of Elkhart. Then the 30 of Terry Jones from Toronto, Canada. 61 Travis Slaybaugh, 22 Radical Rich Bull. A single file formation restart coming up. 2 down, 6 to go as they come out of turn 4 this time. Mighty Mike turns them loose. We're off and racing, 6 more laps. Number 30, Terry Jones on the restart. Around he went. Looks like he might have got a little help. As they come around here, we'll have 3 down and 5 to go. Darwin Wolf and the Rome City Rocket out in front. The dark number 9, that is downtown Jimmy Brown running second at the halfway. 4 in and 4 to go. Battle right now is for fourth between 69 Barry Lamb and the 13 of Moose Miller. Moose Miller looks the outside groove as we complete lap 5. But Darwin Wolf, Rome City Rocket, out in front, is over his time. Your leader's not your leader any longer. The red number 9 of Darwin Wolf over his time. Downtown Jimmy Brown is your new leader in the blue number 9. 57 Devin Heimbaugh's up to second. 69 Barry Lamb's running there in third. Moose Miller in the 13's in fourth as the white flag flies for number 9 Downtown Jimmy Brown. One more to go. 57 Devin Heimbaugh running in second. Checkered flag will wave for number 9 Downtown Jimmy Brown. (9:57.69). That's the way they're going to finish 1, 2, and 3. It was 9:57 and 69. Barry Lamb brings home third. 57 Devin Heimbaugh there second. And winning tonight's second late model heat. Put your hands together for this dark blue number 9 of Downtown Jimmy Brown. Well, with our zero tolerance here at the new Paris Speedway, qualifying in at 14:01, number 9 Darwin Wolf in that Rome City Rocket was over his time with a 13:70 and a 13:61. So he was 4/10 better in tonight's second late model heat than he was in qualifying. So he had to relinquish his checkered flag to the dark blue number 9 of Downtown Jimmy Brown. Now here's your lineup for tonight's third Hoosier Tire Late Model Heat. On the pole, car number 2 out of South Bend is Rusty Keddick. To his right in row 1, the 101 from South Bend of Ed Paul. Second row inside, car number 32 out of Niles, Michigan is John Long. To his right from Elkhart in the 87, that's Ty Hayes. Third row inside, out of Goshen driving the red number 4, that's Todd Hall. To his right, the 58 from Union, Michigan of Ron Maynard Jr. Fourth row on the inside, car number 25 from Napanee is Chad Yoder. To his right from Elkhart, the 89 of Kenny Whitman. And electing to start at the tail in the number 1, USA number 1 out of La Paz, that's Scott Ross. As we get 9 cars getting ready to go 8 laps in our third Hoosier Tire Late Model Heat. The fourth one's on deck. Pole setter number 2, Rusty Keddick, and the 101 of Ed Paul. Both gentlemen from South Bend. We'll be bringing them up to speed as they come out of turn 4. Mighty Mike turns them loose. We're off and racing. Our third Hoosier Tire Late Model Heat. This bunch, of course, will also be in the 18 fastest 77-lap late model feature later. As we complete lap 1. Your leader is the pole setter, number 2, Rusty Keddick. 87, Ty Hayes trying to slide up on the inside of the 101 of Ed Paul for that second place spot as we complete lap 2. 58, Ron Maynard Jr., currently third in our point standings here in our Hoosier Tire Late Models, is currently running there in fourth. He goes to the inside as well as we complete lap 3. 87, Ty Hayes, a tag on the number 2, and around he goes. Number 2, Rusty Keddick, getting the little love tap from the 87 of Ty Hayes, and around our leader went. That brings out our caution flag, our first yellow in this, our third Hoosier Tire late model heat. It ain't racing unless you're rubbing. And so far tonight, our Hoosier Tire late models have been doing just that in the first 3 heats. 3 down, 5 to go. Number 2, Rusty Keddick out in front. He'll be bringing them up to speed as they come out of turn 4, and Mighty Mike Powers turns them loose. .101 Ed Paul looking on the inside, down the backstretch, looking for that lead in turn 3. 101 Ed Paul be your new leader at the halfway point, 4 in and 4 to go. Number 2, Rusty Keddick back to second. Ron Maynard Jr. in the 58 trying to get around Rusty Keddick. Keddick's getting loose as he goes into 3. Everybody doing a good job of driving. Rusty held on to it as they complete lap 5. Rusty Keddick, though, doing a little wiggle dance down the billboard backstretch. And 58, Ron Maynard Jr. is up to second, and they got 2 to go this time around. One more lap coming up for number 101, Ed Paul. At 58, Ron Maynard Jr., Rusty Keddick, and Todd Hall in car number 4. Ty Hayes in the 87s made his way to 5th. And a checkered flag will now wave for 101, Ed Paul. .101, 58 and 2. That's the way they're going to finish 1, 2, and 3. Number 2, Rusty Keddick slipped back to third. 58, Ron Maynard Jr. urged his way to second, and winning tonight's third Hoosier Tire late model heat. Put your hands together for the 101 of Ed Paul. Ed Paul out of South Bend, sponsored by D&N Racing, GVW Tires there in South Bend, and Kaylee Motors, all sponsors the 101 of Ed Paul. Past 9 cars. On the pole, car number 85 from Bristol is Kevin Kosher. To his right from Goshen, and number 9 of Hot Rod, Rodney Spencer. Second row on the inside, car number 39 from Elkhart, that's Choo Choo Charlie Whitman. To his right in row 2 is the 94 from LaPorte of Frankie Lyle Jr. Third row inside, our current points leader in the late models, the 95 from Plymouth of Steve Stacy. To his right, the 53 out of South Bend, Lou Strimmy. Fourth row inside, car number 7, that is Keith Hankin. On the outside of row number 4, number 14, Brandon Maynard, second quickest on the day. And our fast qualifier with a new track record, number 16 out of La Paz, is Bobby Blunt. Set a new track record of 13.202. Which beat the old track record set by Keith Hankins back in June of 1,400 seconds. So 13:20, the new track record for the 16 of Bobby Blunt. 9 fast Hoosier Tire late model cars about to go racing as they come out of turn 4. Mighty Mike Powers turns them loose. Number 9, Hot Rod Rodney Spencer on the outside groove, makes his move right away. 85, Kevin Kosher's back to second. Here comes Frankie Lyle Jr. in the 94 up to third as we complete lap 1. 94, Frankie Lyle Jr. looking for second as he looks to the inside of Kevin Kosher, but not enough room in turn 3. 2 down, 6 to go this time by. Frankie Lyle Jr. again looking to the inside. Not enough room there, and here comes 95 Steve Stacy up to 4th as we complete lap 3, 5 to go this time ride. Number 9, Hot Rod Rodney Spencer. Out in front with a little bit of a lead with 4 in and 4 to go. Three laps remain this time by for number 9, Hot Rod Rodney Spencer. As 85 Kevin Kosher's now catching him. 94 Frankie Lau Jr. is trying to get up there. Steve Stacy in the 95 running in fourth as we complete lap 6. One more to go, this time by for number 9, Rodney Spencer. Getting the checkered flag on our only caution-free heat, number 9, Rodney Spencer. (9:85.94). That's the way they finished 1, 2, and 3. 94 Frankie Lau Jr. was third. 85 Kevin Kosher came across second. And winning tonight's fourth and final fast Hoosier Tire late model heat, the only late model heat to go caution-free so far tonight. Put your hands together for number 9, Hot Rod, Rodney Spencer. Number 9, Rodney Spencer out of Goshen, sponsored by Bob Harder Racing, Pro Motor, Vortex Spray-On Liners out of Elkhart, Harry's Amish Hauling Service, Double D Sports Bar in Goshen, RV's RV Service in Goshen, Enticing Gift Shop, John's Butcher Shop in Napanee, and Goshen Collision Center, all sponsors of number 9 of Rodney Spencer. Now here's your lineup for our fast Michiana Tire Street Stock Heat, the fast qualifiers in our street stocks. On the pole, car number 40 out of Plymouth is Tricky Dicky Sedal. To his right, in row 1 from Warsaw, number 50 is Hurricane Charlie Cotton. Second row inside, our current points leader in the street stocks, and number 99 on an Napanee, Mark Blessing. To his right, running in second in points, the 15 from Goshen of Don Hunley. Third row inside, number 10 is Eric Kaiser. To his right, the Goshen Collision Center special, number 1 of Al Maurer. Fourth row, we've got the 5 of the Chef Dog, Jason Shepard out of Warsaw. The 17 of Bob Schisler Jr. And in the last row, number 6, Dave Coleman from Goshen. And to his right, fast qualifier, number 38, Darrell Click. As they get set to go 8 laps in our fast Michiana Tire Street Stock Heat. Number 40, Tricky Dicky Sedal out in front. 99, Mark Blessing moving up there to second as we complete lap 1. Number 10, Eric Kaiser holding down third. And then from there on back, they're battling for fourth. 2 down, 6 to go, this time by. Battle for third coming up with 3 in and 5 to go. 15 of Don Hunley working on the outside of the number 10 of Hollywood, Eric Kaiser. Jason Shepard in the number 5 right there as well. That's your front 5 as they complete the halfway point. 4 in and 4 to go. Points leader, 99, Mark Blessing, trying to get around the number 40 of Tricky Dicky Sedal. 15, Don Hunley on the outside groove, trying to get around Eric Kaiser for third as we complete lap 5. Number 1, Al Maurer, who was at the back of the pack, headed for the pit area on lap 5. As 15, Don Hunley now up to third with 6 down and 2 to go, this time by. 99, Mark Blessing, trying to size up the number 40 of Tricky Dicky Sedal. Tricky Dicky's been coming on lately, 11th in the points, looking to break into the top 10. With 1 to go, he's trying to hang on from that pole position. Mark Blessing knocking on the door right behind him in car number 99. But the checkered flag will fly this time for number 40, Tricky Dicky Sedal. 40, 99, and 15. That's the way they finish 1, 2, and 3. 15, Don Hunley crossed the stripe third. 99, Mark Blessing had to settle for second. And winning from the pole position in our fast Michiana Tire Street Stock Heat, as he rolls up here to get the checkered flag. Put your hands together for the number 40 out of Plymouth. This is Tricky Dicky Sadal. Tricky Dicky told me earlier today, race fans, he's 11th in points and he's looking to break up into the top 10 by doing good tonight. And so far he's on that track. Tricky Dicky Sadal, car number 40 out of Plymouth, is sponsored by Serve Pro Fire and Water Restoration in Plymouth, Cliff and Terry Myers, Masterson and Associates Realtors, Mayor's Plumbing and Heating in Plymouth, Perdix Blueberries there in La Paz, Dave's Pools and Spas in Plymouth, Rand's Towing and Rita Motor Company, all sponsors number 40, Tricky Dicky Sadal. Now here's your lineup for our second street stock heat. On the front pole, car number 17, that is Jason Slaybaugh. To his right, the 121 of Mark Miller. Second row, we got the 12 of Kevin Gunkel and the 88 of Bobby Prince. Third row, last week's street stock feature winner, 78, Don Click. To his right, the 125 of Scott Frost. Fourth row is the 28, being driven tonight by Dave Long. Dave Long behind the wheel of the 28. To his right, the Toad, Charlie Hanna, and car number 88. Fifth row is the 40 of Rob Smith and the 00 of Gary Wiles, and 52 Matt Sparks. Starting on the tail, 11 cars going 8 laps as Mighty Mike Powers turns them loose. .121, Mark Miller squirting his way to the front spot as they go into turns 3 and 4. 17, Jason Slaybaugh back to second as they complete lap 1. Number 12, Kevin Gunkel now up to third. 78, Donnie Click running there in fourth. Speedy Bobby Prince in the 88 and the 28 of Dave Long battling for fifth as we complete lap 2. Dave Long in car number 28 running there in fifth. Three-quarters of these cars will be in our street stock 30-lap feature later on tonight. Halfway point comes out. They got 4 down and 4 to go. .121, Mark Miller, your leader. Front 5 still unchanged, except for the fact that number 125, Scott Frost, is trying to break up into the top 5, but time's running out with 6 down and 2 to go this time by. One more to go as the white flag flies for 121, Mark Miller. Oh, and 88, Charlie Hanna trying to get down on the inside of 125, Scott Frost. They kind of bumped a little bit there in turn 1, but the checkered flag waves for 121, Mark Miller. And everybody maintains positions. And that's the way they're going to finish. It was 121, 17, and 12. Finishing 1, 2, and 3, number 12, Kevin Gunkel comes across the stripe third. 17, Jason Slaybaugh was second, and winning tonight's second Michiana Tire Street Stock Heat. Put your hands together for the 121 of Mark Miller. Sparky Mark Miller, number 121 out of Elkhart, is sponsored by Miller Boys Racing, Two Dudes Garage, Larry and Dad, M&M Fabricating, Lindy's Gas in Elkhart, and Sailor's Pizza in Dowagiac. All sponsors of 121 of Mark Miller. And if you've never had... Here's your lineup for our second Street Stock Heat. On the pole, car number 02 from... this is our third Street Stock Heat. Number 02, Frankie Paymaster. On the outside of the front row, the 6 of Butch Ryman. Second row, we got the 71 of Larry Saunders and the 8 of Harold Gunkel. Third row, 124, Tim Davis and the 8 of Andrew Meads. Fourth row, number 13, Mike Miller Jr. and the 52 of Chris Highball. Fifth row, 55, Bam Bam Brian Cannon and the 23 of Donnie Harrison. And at the back of the pack, number 68, Mark Vance Jr. and the 4-star car of Curtis Gray, now joining our street stock competition tonight. Making it 12 cars, going to go 8 laps in tonight's third street stock heat as Mighty Mike Powers puts some more. Looks like we got kind of a messed up lineup there for these guys, so we got to get them in the right position. If they would just listen to me, they would be lined up properly. But they never listen to me, sort of like my wife. Nobody ever does. Anyway, we got about 12 cars, going to go 8 laps next time around. Mighty Mike Powers will put them on their final pace lap. All right, watch them now as they come out of turn 4. 0-2 Frankie Paymaster and the number 6 of Butch Ryman bringing them up to speed. Mighty Mike turns them loose. And Mighty Mike turn them back down. Mighty Mike Powers saying, nope. Mr. Number 6, you can't take a half a lap lead on the rest of the field. The leader starts the race. Cars got to go 8 laps. 0-2 Frankie Paymaster, number 6 Butch Ryman. Butch is saying, come on guys, let's go. He's ready to go racing. And I agree with him. I am too. 12 cars going 8 laps. Now they bring him up to speed out of turn 4. Mighty Mike turns them loose. We're off and racing. Oh, 2 Frankie Paymaster on the inside, Butch Ryman on the outside in car number 6. 71 to Doughboy Larry Saunders on the low side, moving up there as well as we complete lap number 1. Oh, 2 Frankie Paymaster staying out in front. The Doughboy in the 71, Butch Ryman on the outside in car number 6, trying to make his way up. '71. Oh, Mighty Mike. Number 6, Butch Ryman, thinks that black flag was for him. He's slowing up, headed for the pits at the halfway point. 4 in and 4 to go. The black flag was for the 124, Tim Davis. 124, Tim Davis leaking something, and the black flag came out for him. But he's not leaving the track. Your leader is the 71 of Larry Saunders. Now Tim Davis realizes the black flag was for him, and he's slowing up. 0-2 Frankie Paymaster running second, 55. Bam Bam Brian Cannon's in third. As they complete lap 6, they got 2 more to go. '55 Bam Bam Brian Cannon now working the outside groove of the 0-2 of Frankie Paymaster for that second place spot. Time's running out. 1 lap to go for the Doughboy, number 71, Larry Saunders. '55 Bam Bam Brian Cannon now up to second on the last lap. 0-2 Frankie Paymaster's back to third as the checkered flag flies for 71, Larry Saunders. 71, 55, and 02. That's the way they finish 1, 2, and 3. 02, Frankie Paymaster third. 55, Bam Bam Brian Cannon finished second. And winning tonight's third Michiana Tire Street Stock Heat as he rolls up here to get the checkered flag. Put your hands together for the Doughboy. Number 71 is Larry Saunders. 71, Larry Saunders out of Goshen, sponsored by Elkhart Metal Distributors there in Elkhart, the Penguin Point in Goshen, Paragon Print and Imaging, Creation Graphics, Mom and Pete, Marcus Racing, and Rita Motor Company, all sponsors. 71, the Doughboy, Larry Saunders. Stock Heat on the pole, car number 24 is Chad Radar O'Reilly. To his right in row 1, a 32 from Napanee of Josh Summers. Second row, we got the 007 from Kimmel of Jack Brazel. To his right in row 1 is the 84 of Bob Hunsberger out of Etna Green. Third row inside, number 20 is Rick Richardson from Syracuse. To his right in row 3, the 89 of Jeff Stetler from Plymouth. Fourth row inside, the completely orange number 20 of Eric Gill. To his right, the number 7 of the Dominator Dan Shepard out of Warsaw. Fifth row inside, another number 20, that's Alex Pratt. The 16 of Jan Long. At the back of the pack, we've got the 442 of Sheldon Linglang and the 27 of Scott Hagman. Mighty Mike Powers. Let's roll. Tough break for 32, Josh Summers. He'll have to start if he can get that fender pulled off. He'll either have to start at the tail or he'll have to take it to the pits. As we get ready to rock and roll in our fourth Street Stock Heat. And Josh Summers headed for the pit area. Okay, Mighty Mike Powers is going to put them on their final pace lap this time by. We've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10 cars getting ready to go 8 laps. 24, Chad Radar O'Reilly is our pole setter. 84, Bob Hunsberger moves up on the outside of the front row. And a caution flag will come out. As number 32, Josh Summers, was unable to start that race, headed back to the pit area and drug water behind him all the way and made a water spot in turn 3. All right, Mighty Mike Powers is getting ready to put them on their final pace lap. This time by, he'll give them the 1 lap indicator. 1 lap indicator coming out in tonight's 4th Street Stock Heat. A 32, Josh Summers will start at the tail as we get ready to go. Eleven cars going 8 laps as they bring it up to speed out of turn 4. Mighty Mike Powers turns them loose. 24, Chad Radar O'Reilly out of South Whitley, Indiana. 84, Bob Hunsberger from Etna Green running in second. 1 in and 7 to go. .007 Jack Brazel and the 89 of Jeff Stetler battling for 3rd. And then you've got the 220s battling for 5th back there. And 84 Bob Hunsberger slowing up. 007 Jack Brazel up to 2nd. The number 20 of Eric Gill is up to 3rd. Eric Gill working on the outside groove of 007 Jack Brazel. That's the battle for the lead as the 24. 84 Bob Hunsberger out on lap number 4. 24 Chad O'Reilly is still your leader until just then. 24 Chad O'Reilly not your leader any longer. The battle is for the 007 and Jack Brazel, and the 20s battling for second. 24 Chad Radar O'Reilly over his time. I'll have the facts and figures on him in a little bit. Number 20, Rick Richardson's up there looking for the lead as they come out of turn 4 to complete lap 6. Rick Richardson in the orange and white, number 20, takes the lead on lap number 6. 007 Jack Brazel's back to second. Eric Gill in the black and orange, number 20, is running in third. White flag will fly for Rick Richardson in the orange and white, number 20. He's got one more to go. Checkered flag now waves for Rick Richardson in car number 20. '20, 007 and 20. That's the way they're going to finish. Number 20, Eric Gill finishes third. Number 007, Jack Brazel, was second. And the orange and white number 20 from Syracuse driving that number 20. Orange and white colored machine. Put your hands together for your winner from Syracuse of Rick Richardson. Number 20, Rick Richardson, driving the Knocker Sports Bar, Foyles Plumbing, Wawasee Bowl, 33 Beverage Shop, and RC's Pub and Grub sponsored number 20 car. Picks up tonight's 4th Michiana Tire Street Stock Heat. '24 Chad Radar O'Reilly, who was leading that race, qualified in today with a 16:78, but we clocked him in traffic with a 15:91 and a 15:86. That's the reason why he was basically had to relinquish the checkered flag to your winner, number 20, Rick Richardson. Now here's your lineup for the first of our Dayton-Daytona mini stock heats. Our fast Dayton-Daytona mini stock on the pole, number 10 is Tim Barrick. 34, Mark Hughes. Second row, number 9, Jim Engelmeyer, and the 4 of Dave Castle. 83, Donnie Mangan, and the 16 of J.R. Ryman. Fourth row is the 13 of Michael Landry, and the 83 of Jeremy Dameron. Fifth row, number 19, Jerry Ryman, and the 17 of Corey Ryman, also driving now the number 1. So as they come out of turn 4, Mighty Mike Powers turns them loose. We're off and racing. Your leader is the number 10 of Tim Barrett, the stick man, staying out in front. Number 9, gentleman, Jim Engelmeyer running second. And the 34, Mark Hughes, there in third as we complete lap 3 this time by. Number 4, Dave Castle, is running there in fourth. J.R. Ryman in the 16s in fifth. And, oh, there goes Jim Engelmeyer into the wall. Number 10, Tim Barrick, getting into the number 9 of gentleman Jim Engelmeyer. Cut a tire down and Engelmeyer into the wall. Is our new points leader in these mini stocks. over his cousin J.R. Ryman in car number 16, just 38 points back, and his dad a point behind the rest of them in third in the points. So this is quite a good show for Diamond Motorsports as they come out of turn 4. Mighty Mike turns them loose with 5 laps to go. In our fast Daytona mini stock heat, 34 Mark Hughes trying to hold off the charging number 4 of Dave Castle. 83 Donnie Mangan and the 16 of J.R. Ryman. Halfway point, 4 in and 4 to go this time by. Squidward, Michael Landry, number 13, a spin out coming out of turn 4. I think his car is dead. Unable to get it refired. Number 13, Michael Landry, wanting a caution, and out they come. Just as he was getting it restarted. Mighty Mike Powers is getting ready to set him loose. And they'll bring it up to speed out of turn 4. Mighty Mike turns them loose. Three laps to go. 83 Donnie Mangan on the inside of the number 4 of Dave Castle. Now he looks to the inside of 34 Mark Hughes. Mark Hughes trying to hang on up front. He's got 2 more to go this time by. 34 Mark Hughes out in front. 83 Donnie Mangan right behind him. Dave Castle now moving back up on the outside. They got 1 more to go as time's running out in this fast Daytona mini stock heat. Dave Castle using the outside groove, trying to move forward, gets a little loose there in turn 2, drops back. Checkered flag will fly as they come across. Your winner will be the 34 of Mark Hughes. 34, 83, and 4. That's the way they finished 1, 2, and 3. Number 4, Dave Castle was third. 83 Donnie Mangan finishes second. And winning tonight's fast Daytona mini stock heat as he rolls in here to get the checkered flag. Let's put our hands together for the blue number 83 of Donnie Mangan. Or no, how about 34 Mark Hughes? 34 Mark Hughes, your winner. I just thought I would see what you would do down there, keeping you awake. 34 Mark Hughes picking up tonight's fast Daytona mini stock heat. He's out of Mentone. He's sponsored by Stuckman's Auto Salvage there in Syracuse. The Sweet Corn Express in Leesburg. C&G Repair in Etna Green. Glenn's Wrecker Service in Warsaw. Jerry's Body Shop in Mentone. D-Signs. Workwares and Milled's Farm Service Center. All sponsors. The number 34, Mark Hughes. Congratulations as he picks up tonight's fast Daytona mini stock heat. For tonight's second mini stock heat on the inside of the front row, number 5P from Walkerton is Shannon Pohl. To his right in row 1, the 37 of Shannon Buck from Akron. Second row inside, car number 5, that's Leapin' Lee Atkins, and to his right, the 96 of Indy Kindig. Third row, number 25, Tim Kidder, and the 14 of Kevin Grubb. Fourth row, number 60 out of Warsaw, Stan Hudson. To his right, the white 47 of the Bulldog, Gene Hughes. And in the fifth row, car number 24 is Bob Huffman, and the number 5 of Merle Yoder out of Middlebury. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 cars getting ready to go 8 laps in our second Daytona mini stock heat. As they come out of turn 4, Mighty Mike Powers gives them the green. They're off and racing. Number 5, Shannon Pohl, our pole setter, out in front. He'll be bringing them around for lap number 1 with 96 Andy Kindig digging it down on the inside line. 37 Shannon Buck back there to third, but there goes Andy Kindig on the low side. The 96 mini stock looking for that lead on lap number 2, and 96 Andy Kindig is your new leader. Number 5P of Shannon Pohl. Oh, there goes the 5 of Leapin' Lee Atkins around. He's sitting down there in turn 2 all by himself. And he's unable to get it restarted. Caution flag comes out for number 5, Leapin' Lee Atkins. And Buck in 37 in 4th. 14, Kevin Grubb restarts in 5th. Stan Hudson in the number 60 there in 6th. Oh, we got extracurricular activity going on back there. Well, looky there. Number 5 and 37 battling for 3rd under caution, and they take each other out.
Feet wide and over 8,000 yards of carpet in stock. You're going to find all different colors and all different styles during Goshen Floormart's truckload sale.
All right, Mighty Mike Powers puts them back on their green flag racing. 2 down and 6 to go. He turns them loose. 96, Andy Kindig is our leader. Number 5, Shannon Pohl running 2nd. 14 of Kevin Grubb's there in 3rd. And 60, Stan Hudson's running in 4th with 3 down and 5 to go this time by. White flag now flies. They got 1 more to go. Your leader is the number 5 or the 96 of Andy Kindig. Number 14, Kevin Grubb running in 2nd. And the 60 of Stan Hudson there in 3rd. The 5 of Shannon Pohl, who spun around there out of 4 a little while ago, is last on the lead lap. As the checkered flag now waves for your winner, number 96, Andy Kindig. '96, 14, and 60. That's the way they're going to finish 1, 2, and 3. Number 60, Stan Hudson was 3rd. 14, Kevin Grubb finished 2nd. And winning tonight's 2nd mini stock heat. Put your hands together for the 96 of Andy Kindig. '96 Andy Kindig out of Elkhart, sponsored by Industrial Installations in Mishawaka, Judge Chassis in Union, Michigan, and Russell's 7-Eleven on US 33 west of Goshen. Now, here's your lineup for our 3rd mini stock heat. On the pole car number 20, that's Josh Smith. To his right in row 1 is the 41 of the Fireball, Josh Dunn. Second row inside, driving car number 88, that's DJ Dave Eckert. To his right, the 2R of Rochelle Strickland. Third row inside, car number 97 out of Wakarusa, Mark Murray. To his right, the 44 from Three Rivers of Chris Siniff. Fourth row, we've got the 32 of John Long and the 31 of Ben Miller. Fifth row, number 80, Michael Akins, and the 43 of Mad Max Schaefer. And at the back of the pack, the 21 of Kenny Gunkel. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 cars getting ready to go 8 laps in tonight's 3rd Dayton-Daytona mini stock heat. All right, 11 cars getting ready to go 8 laps in our 3rd mini stock heat. Mighty Mike Powers looks him over. He gives him the green light. We're off and racing 8 laps. Number 20, Josh Smith, and the 41 of the Fireball, Josh Dunn, battling there for the lead as they head out the Billboard backstretch and into turns 3 and 4. 88, DJ Dave Eckert running there in 3rd as we complete lap number 1. Number 20, Josh Dunn out in front. Here comes DJ Dave Eckert, number 88. And then you've got the 32 of John Long now moving up to fourth. As they complete lap 2, they got 6 more to go. 32 John Long looking down on the low side of the 88 of DJ Dave Eckert. Eckert looking to get around the leader, number 20 Josh Smith. 3 down, 5 to go this time by. 32 John Long staying on the inside, looking for second. Now looking for that lead as they come out of turn 2. Josh Smith slipped a little bit, and your new leader is the 32 of John Long. John Long out of Niles, Michigan, brings him around at the halfway point. 4 in and 4 to go. 32 John Long out in front. 97 Mark Murray moving up to second now as Josh Smith's falling back. 88 DJ Dave Eckert up there on the low side looking for third with 5 down and 3 more to go. Six down, 2 more to go this time by. '97 Mark Murray and 88 DJ Dave Eckert battling for second down the Billboard backstretch. The white flag will fly. They'll have 1 more to go in tonight's third mini stock heat. 32 John Long out in front. Battle for second right now between 88 Eckert and 97 Mark Murray as the checkered flag waves for 32 John Long. 32, 97, 88. That's the way they're going to finish 1, 2, and 3. 88 DJ Dave Eckert was third. 97 Mark Murray came across the stripe second. And winning tonight's third Dayton-Daytona mini stock heat. Where's mine? Mike, where's mine? Put your hands together for 32, John Long. Number 32, John Long, the X Factor, picking up tonight's third mini stock heat. Our fourth and final mini stock heat on the track, about to go racing. Your pole setters, the number 8 of Rich Page with the 22 of Arden Stafford on the outside as Mighty Mike turns them loose. Rich Page in the 8P falling off the pace. Tricia Smith in the yellow number 8 out in front. 29 Paul Missler Jr. running second. Moving up on the outside, the high side, that's the 18 of Donnie Kaufman there in third. 85 Rodney Archer trying to work his way to the front. And so is the 86 of George Flowers, the front 5 as they head out of turn 2. 14 Rick Kaiser and 22 Arden Stafford's already at the tail. A 3-car battle for the lead as they're 3 wide in turns 3 and 4. 2 down, 6 to go this time. Your new leader is the number 18 of Donnie Kaufman. 86 George Flowers on the inside of Tricia Smith in car number 8. And there goes Paul Missler Jr. around in front of Rodney Archer's number 85. And 29 Paul Missler Jr. Wait a minute, that is 29H Chuck Harper. I'm sorry, not Paul Missler. Chuck Harper there in turn 2. 85 Rodney Archer's put a hurt to him. We're still under green light racing. 4 down, 4 to go for our leader, number 18, Donnie Kaufman. They got 4 more to go. 86 George Flowers running second. Tricia Smith in number 8, tire smoking on the number 8 machine. She's running there in third in front of the 14 of Rick Kaiser. 3 more to go this time by for number 18, Donnie Kaufman, and 86 George Flowers now battle for the lead in turn 1. 86 George Flowers, your new leader down the Billboard backstretch. 18 Donnie Kaufman's back to second. Number 8 Tricia Smith holding on to a solid third place as they've got 2 to go this time by. Late Model B feature drivers, you're on deck. Late Model B feature drivers, get lined up down there. You're on deck. You're up next. White flag flies for 86, George Flowers, and 18, Donnie Kaufman. They got one to go. And 85, Rodney Archer, a rolling pick. 18, Donnie Kaufman went to the low side. 86, George Flowers to the high side, but it held for the 86 as 86 of George Flowers picks up tonight's fourth and final mini stock heat win. 86 and 18, that's the front two spots, and number 8, Tricia Smith, brings home third. 22, Arden Stafford, a close fourth. That's the way they're going to finish 1, 2, and 3. It was 86, 18, and 8. Number 8, Tricia Smith, third. 18, Donnie Kaufman had to settle for second. Winning tonight's fourth and final Dayton-Daytona mini stock heat as he rolls up here to get the checkered flag. Put your hands together for the 86 of George Flowers. '86 George Flowers out of Elkhart, sponsored by T&T Automotive and 4-Star Paint and Repair there in Elkhart. All sponsors the 86 of George Flowers. Feature on the pole from Syracuse, driving car number 44, that's Jerry Surfas. To his right in row 1, supposed to start there, the 27 of Kurt Gunkel. Second row in the inside, number 47, that's Lonnie Lepowski out of South Bend. To his right in row 2, the number 5 of Jason Isley. Third row inside, driving car number 9 is downtown Jimmy Brown. To his right in the red number 9 from Rome City, that's the Rome City Rocket of Darwin Wolf. Fourth row inside, driving car number 57, that's Devin Heimbaugh. To his right, the 69 from Warsaw, Barry Lamb. Fifth row inside, car number 30, Terry Jones from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. To his right in row 5, the 13 of Moose Miller. Sixth row inside, car number 61 from Syracuse, Jason Slaybaugh. To his right in row sixth row inside, number 61 is Travis Slaybaugh. To his right in row 6 is the 26 of Bob Harder from Napanee. Row 7, the 18 of Rumblin' Billy Rumbaugh, and the 57 of John Fitzpatrick. And at the back of the pack, the 14 of Michael Thayer, unable to race tonight. So we're going to have 14 cars scheduled to start tonight's 20-lap late model B feature. Right now we only have 10 cars out there, 11 now as one rolls on the track. All right, Caleb Woods puts them under their final pace lap. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 Hoosier Tire late models going 20 laps in tonight's late model B feature. Jerry Surfas, our pole setter, and the 47 of Lonnie Lepowski. The front row as they come out of turn 4. Caleb gives them the green. They're off and racing 20 laps. 47 Lonnie Lepowski out in front. Number 9 downtown Jimmy Brown now jumping up there. He's looking for that lead as they complete lap number 1 this time by. Pole setter 44 Jerry Surfas falling back as 69 Barry Lamb moves to third. 2 down, 18 to go. And number 18, Rumblin' Billy Rumbaugh, getting the black flag as he's got debris dragging and all kinds of a mess going on with that number 18 machine. As we complete lap 3, downtown Jimmy Brown, car number 9, takes the lead in turn 1. Falling back to second is the 47 of Lonnie Lepowski. 69 Barry Lamb up to third as we complete lap number 4. Now Barry Lamb up to second as the 47 of Lonnie Lepowski's on the outside groove and losing ground. 44 Jerry Surfas back up to third. 5 down, 15 to go this time around. Moose Miller, number 13, now getting around the 44, Jerry Surface for that third place spot. Barry Lamb knocking on the door, wanting to get around downtown Jimmy Brown as we complete lap 6. 13 Moose Miller running there in third. Jerry Surface is fourth, and the number 5 of Jason Isley. That's your front 5 with 7 down and 13 to go. Oh, and 47 Lonnie Lepowski. He's okay. He's out of harm's way as he's in the infield. This time around, we'll have 8 down and 12 to go. We'll have 9 down, 11 to go this time by for number 9, downtown Jimmy Brown. 69 Barry Lamb, the 13 of Moose Miller. 44 Jerry Surface running in fourth. Lonnie Lepowski now down a couple of laps, getting back on the track as the halfway mark comes out. 10 down and 10 to go. 57 Devin Heimbaugh trying to stay tough there. He did some real work to handle that number 57 car and stays in that 6th place. But there goes number 30 around. 61, Travis Slaybaugh, giving the number 30 a little boot. And around goes Terry Jones from Toronto, Canada. Welcome to the new Paris Speedway, Terry Jones. Racing in tonight's late Model B feature with 10 down and 10 to go. Our leader is downtown Jimmy Brown in car number 9, but he's got a lot of other cars barking at his back door. Watch him now as they come out of turn 4. They'll be bringing it up to speed, and Caleb Woods looks him over. He gives him the green light. They're off and racing for 10 more laps. Moose Miller, number 13, broke loose on the restart. He's fallen off the pace. 44 Jerry Surface is up to third. As we're still racing with 11 down and 9 to go. Number 9, downtown Jimmy Brown out in front. 69 Barry Lamb running second. Surface and Isley in the front 4. With 8 to go. Here comes the Rome City Rocket, number 9 of Darwin Wolf. He's trying to work up. 57 Devin Heimbaugh trying to work his way into the top 5. 13 down and 7 to go for your front 2. 9 and 69. Now, number 5 Jason Isley works the outside groove. He's trying to make his move to third. 69 Barry Lamb trying to get the lead with 14 down and 6 to go. Number 5, Jason Isley, still on the outside groove, needs some help. Darwin Wolf right behind him, trying to draft him and push him forward. 15 down and 5 to go for number 9 and 69 Barry Lamb right there. A good race. This is a good one. They got 4 more to go this time by. 57 Devin Heimbaugh now up to 4th. 44 Jerry Surface still in 3rd. 69 Barry Lamb still playing runner-up, trying to get around the number 9 of downtown Jimmy Brown. 3 more to go this next 2 to go this next time by, as they'll have 18 down and 2 to go. Time is running out for 69 Barry Lamb. If he's going to make his move, he's got to do it now. White flag comes out for number 9, downtown Jimmy Brown. He's trying to hang on. Slower traffic up ahead on the final lap. Checkered flag will wave this time for number 9, Jim Brown. 69 Barry Lamb second. 44 Jerry Surface. 57 and 30. That's the way they're going to finish in the front 5. Number 30, Terry Jones out of Toronto, Canada, finished 5th. 57 Devin Heimbaugh, 4th place finish. 44 Jerry Surface held on to 3rd. 69 Barry Lamb playing second fiddle, comes in second. Put your hands together for your late model B feature winner. Number 9 is Downtown Jimmy Brown. Downtown Jimmy Brown, car number 9, sponsored in part by Advanced Auto Parts, as he picks up tonight's late model B feature and the Pat Riley Memorial Late Model B feature trophy. Car number 7 out of Warsaw is the Dominator Dan Shepard. To his right in row 1, the number 20 of Alex Pratt. Second row inside, car number 02 from Napanee, that is Frank Paymaster. To his right in the blue number 6, Butch Ryman. Third row inside, car number 71 out of Goshen is the Doughboy Larry Saunders. To his right in row 3, the number 8 of Harold Gunkel. Fourth row inside, number 124 from Goshen is Tim Davis. To his right from Mentone, or Etna Green, excuse me, the number 8 of Andrew Meads. Fifth row inside, driving car number 13, that's Mike Miller Jr. To his right, the 52 from Jones, Michigan of Chris Highball. Sixth row inside, and a double nickel, number 55, that's Bam Bam Brian Cannon. To his right, the 23 of Donnie Harrison. Last row inside, 68 Mark Vance Jr., 17 Jason Slaybaugh, and the 52 of Matt Spark. All right, a 20 lap Michiana Tire Street Stock B feature coming up. Right after this one, the 77 lap Pat Riley Memorial Late Model feature. 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 cars get ready to go 20 laps in our Michiana Tire Street Stock B feature. We'll put them on their final pace lap this next time by. We're going 20 laps in tonight's Michiana Tire Street Stock B. All right, they'll be bringing it up to speed next time by. Number 7, Dominator Dan Shepard, and the 20 of Alex Pratt. Our front row brings him up to speed. Caleb Woods looks him over. He gives him the green light. They're off and racing 20 laps. In our Michiana Tire Street Stock B feature, and the 20 of Alex Pratt on the backward slide. 71, the Doughboy Larry Saunders up to second. 124, Tim Davis is there in third as we complete lap number 1. Now a battle for the lead in turns 1 and 2. 71 to Doughboy drives right around on the outside of the 7 of Dan Shepard. And 124 Tim Davis right there running in second as well as they complete lap 2 this time by. Number 7 Dan Shepard's back to third. Alex Pratt in the number 20s running in fourth. As we complete lap 3, they've got 17 more to go. Oh, look out, the 02 of Frank Paymaster. The front end of his car just went out from under him, and he was in the middle of the pack, and everybody got caught up. 52, Chris Highball. The 8 of Kurt Gunkel. The 23 of Donnie Harrison. Butch Ryman in the number 6 also involved. 02, Frankie Paymaster. Something went wrong underneath of his machine, and it's still a little hot underneath that hood. As 0-2, Frankie Paymaster, front left went out from under him, and it was like, hello, here we go. The caution flag comes out with 3 down in tonight's Michiana Tire Street Stock B feature. Tough break for the 0-2 of Frankie Paymaster.
At Riley, as we celebrate his past accomplishments here to do Paris Speedway, and in his honor, we'll have our 77-lap Hoosier Tire late model feature coming up as we complete our Street Stock B feature. The second group of the quickest Michiana Tire Street Stock B feature drivers are on the track right now with 18 laps to go. Leading this race presently, the 124 Tim Davis out of Goshen. They've got 18 laps to go. In our late model division, though, I wanted to tell you race fans that our Hoosier Tire late model point standings, the way they stand right now, Steve Stacy out of Plymouth, who drives that Country Auto Center sponsored number 95, Steve Stacy from Plymouth is our points leader. He's only got a 4-point lead over the D&M Properties number 7 of Keith Hankins. And then back in third is the former points leader, number 58, Ronnie Maynard Jr. He's 26 points off the pace. And they were qualifying earlier this afternoon, and they were turning some quick time. In our Hoosier Tire late models, a new track record was set by a gentleman that's only been here a few times this year, and that's the 16 of Bobby Blunt out of La Paz. Bobby Blunt turned a quick time of 13.202. So he set a new track record, breaking the old track record by 0.14 of a second, set back in June by Keith Hankins in the number 17 or the number 7 car. And so a 13.20 is the new track record in the Hoosier Tire late models here at the New Paris Speedway. So we've got a lot of racing action coming up. 77-lap Hoosier Tire late model feature will be coming up here in a little bit. As we wind down the last 12 laps in this, our Michiana Tire Street Stock B feature, the 124, Tim Davis still out in front with 8 down and 12 left. 55 Bam Bam Brian Cannon running there in second, and the 52 Matt Sparks out of Milford is in third as they wrap this one up in tonight's Michiana Tire Street Stock B feature. We've got a lot of good racing here at the New Paris Speedway. Earlier today, we had a shower for about a half an hour, threw our qualifying back a little bit, but we were able to get the late models qualified. Mini stocks, however, will be racing with their fastest times of the year. We weren't able to complete their qualifying, but did move right into the late model qualifying in preparation for tonight's racing action. And so, you know, the Hoosier Tire late models are waiting on deck after we wrap this one up with 9 laps to go in our Michiana Tire Street Stock B feature. Had an opportunity to talk to a couple of our late model drivers earlier this afternoon here at the New Paris Speedway. Well, while I was working my way, you're only in your second full season of racing in the late model division, 4 years altogether, so, you know, I think some of these other late models that are out here, they need to be looking over their shoulder, because I think this number 5 in the upcoming years will probably be right there with them. I hope so. That's all we're shooting for. Well, good luck, Jason, in tonight's late model competition here at New Paris Speedway. Thank you. Comments earlier this afternoon from the number 5 of Jason Isley out of Silver Lake, Indiana. Jason, however, did not qualify quick enough to make the A feature lineup. He did qualify to make the B feature. He raced a little while ago, the last race, and he finished 4th in that Hoosier Tire late model B feature. Okay, let's go ahead and finish the Michiana Tire Street Stock B feature. Some of these guys hardly get any recognition, so we'll wrap up the last 7 laps as 124 Tim Davis out of Goshen, Indiana leads our Street Stock B feature drivers around one more time. 55 Bam Bam Brian Cannon there in second. The 52 Matt Sparks out of Milford, he is running in third. The 4-star car of Curtis Gray from Elkhart's running in fourth, and the 17 being driven by Jason Slayball runs there in fifth with 14 down and 6 to go. Their single file formation once again going out of turn 2. Front 4 still unchanged as they finish this one up. With 15 down and 5 to go, your leader is the 124 of Tim Davis out of Goshen, Indiana. Matter of fact, Tim Davis has that street stock for sale, that heavy Chevy, number 124, Tim Davis out of Goshen. Has a for sale sign on it. He says he's wanting to sell the car and get a different one for next season. But right now, this 124 is hard to beat with 16 down and 4 to go. The 55 of Brian Cannon and the 52 of Matt Sparks right there nose to tail, trying to figure out some way to get around him with less than 3.5 laps to go this time by. It'll be 17 down and 3 to go for the 124, Tim Davis. Now he's getting a little loose coming out of turn 4. That helps Matt Sparks and Brian Cannon. The double nickel, number 55 of Bam Bam Brian Cannon running in second. 52 Matt Sparks is in third still. 124 Tim Davis still hanging on with 2 laps to go this time by. Earlier today, we had a little bit of rain showers, but they've gotten out of the way here at the new Paris Speedway, and we're getting ready to go 77 laps in our Hoosier Tire late model feature. With 1 more lap to go in this Street Stock B feature, the late models will be coming out in a little bit. And with 1 lap left, it's 124 Tim Davis, 55 Bam Bam Brian Cannon, the 4-star car of Curtis Gray now moving up to third on the inside of the 52 of Matt Sparks. Checkered flags will wave for the 124 Tim Davis. 124 Tim Davis picks up tonight's Michiana Tire Street Stock B feature. 55 Bam Bam Brian Cannon out of Syracuse finishes second. Number 4 Curtis Gray came across the stripe third. 52 Matt Sparks was fourth. And the 17 being driven tonight by Jason Sleeball to help himself in his points race finished fifth. So as he rolls up here to get the checkered flag, race fans, put your hands together for your Street Stock B feature winner for the evening. Out of Goshen, driving the 124 is Tim Davis. Well, race fans, we're going to take this brief time out on your home for Saturday night racing from the new Paris Speedway as we get our Hoosier Tire late models out here on the track. We'll get them out here in a little bit and get you that lineup right after we get back, after we pay a few bills on Hoosier 103.5 FM. Alrighty then, back live at the hottest quarter-mile racetrack in the Midwest, the new Paris Speedway, as we get set to go 77 laps in our Pat Riley Memorial Late Model feature. We've got quite a few late models that showed up today. About 34 late models showed up here at the new Paris Speedway, all competing to start in tonight's 77-lap Hoosier Tire Late Model Pat Riley Memorial feature. Renegade Racing here in full force as we get ready to go racing tonight. We're about the only racetrack in the tri-state area that was able to get our racing program in. We know that several other ones that race on Saturday night had pulled the plug on them, so to speak, because of Mother Nature. But Mother Nature's been kind to the new Paris Speedway so far this year as we start our 12th night of racing for 2005. This is the 11th night for the late models because last week they had the weekend off. Hoosier Tire late models had the weekend off, so they come out here in full force for tonight's racing program. And right now we got to get the track prepared for this 77-lap Hoosier Tire late model feature. The lineup, of course, starting on the pole from South Bend, driving that Canteen Vending Services number 2 is Rusty Kettig. On the outside of the front row in the D&N Racing number 101 from South Bend, that'll be Ed Paul. Second row on the inside, he's out of Niles, Michigan, and he drives the number 32. That's John Long. On the outside of the second row in the Jan's Place sponsored number 87 from Elkhart is Ty Hayes. Third row inside in the Dave's Landscape and Maintenance number 4 from Goshen is Todd Hall. On his right door in car number 58 from Union, Michigan, the Cressy and Everett Skid Mark sponsored number 58 of Ron Maynard Jr. Fourth row inside in the USA number 1 from La Paz, that's Scott Ross. To his right in row 4 in the Whitman's Auto Sales number 89, Kenny Whitman from Elkhart. Fifth row on the inside in the number 25 late model out here for the first time in the Rapture Concession Stand, or Rapture Concession Trailer sponsored number 25 from Napanee, that's Chad Yoder. To his right in row 5 from Bristol is the 85 of Kevin Kosher. Sixth row on the inside in that Pro Motor sponsored number 9 from Goshen is Hot Rod Rodney Spencer. To his right in row 6 in the Guaranteed Wheels sponsored number 39 from Elkhart is Choo Choo Charlie Whitman. In row 7 from LaPorte, Indiana, driving car number 94, the Lyle family racing machine of Frankie Lyle Jr. On the outside of row 7 in the Country Auto Center sponsored number 95 from Plymouth, our current points leader, Steve Stacy. 2, 4, 6. In ninth row on the inside from South Bend in the Pet Refuge sponsor number 53, that's Lou Strimmy to his right. In the D&M Properties number 7, Keith Hankins out of Elkhart. In row number 9 in the Skid Mark sponsored number 14 out of Elkhart, that's Brandon Maynard to his right. In the Jim Blunt's Auto Salvage sponsored number 16 from La Paz is Bobby Blunt, new track record holder. Bobby Blunt out here again, and the provisional, it'll be the 19th starting car, the 22 from Plymouth, Indiana. He'll be driving that Kaser Spraker sponsored number 22 from Plymouth. That is Radical Rich Bull. We've got 19 cars starting tonight, 77 laps. Pat Riley Memorial Late Model Feature. The Hoosier Tire Late Models. Now trying to test and tune and warm those tires up a little bit. All right. 9.5 rows. Going 77 laps. We're starting with 19 Hoosier Tire late models. Bobby Blunt here tonight. Winless so far in 2005 at the new Paris Speedway as Caleb Wood turns them loose. We're going racing 77 laps in our Hoosier Tire late model Pat Riley Memorial late model feature. The front row, number 2, Rusty Keddick in the 101 of Ed Paul out of South Bend, brings him out of turn 4. Everybody side by side on the first lap. As they work through turns 1 and 2, they're bunching it up a little bit. Number 2, Rusty Keddick on the inside, 101 Ed Paul on the outside. 32, John Long running right there on the back bumper of our pole setter, number 2, Rusty Keddick, as they work through turns 1 and 2. Everybody shuffling for positions. Number 58, Ron Maynard Jr. now up to 4th. Ty Hayes in the 87s made his way to 5th. 3 down this time around. 87 Ty Hayes looking to make his way up there. As the number 2 of Rusty Keddick stays on the low line and continues to lead in the early going with 4 laps down and 73 to go. 32 John Long running a real good race, stays on the inside of the 101 of Ed Paul as John Long in the car number 32 moves to second on lap number 5. 101 Ed Paul on the outside groove and moves a little ground. We got sparks flying out from underneath the number 9 of Rodney Spencer's car. Not quite sure if it was from his car or somebody else's, but that's where I first seen it as we complete lap 6. It is still number 2, Rusty Keddick out in front. Late model drivers know they got a long way to go, so they're all kind of single file and just holding their own right now. Everybody being patient as they complete lap 7. 7 down and 70 to go. In tonight's Pat Riley Memorial 77 lap late model feature. Number 2, Rusty Keddick is our leader as he goes into 3 and 4. Oh, there goes the number 9 of Rodney Spencer. And the number 25 of Chad Yoder getting together back there as they came out of turn 2. Number 9, Rodney Spencer, and 25, Chad Yoder. Some damage on the number 25, Chad Yoder's car. He goes to the infield with some major front end damage to his car. So we've got 7 laps down and 70 to go in this 77 lap late model feature. 58, Ron Maynard Jr. starts back there in 4th behind the 101 of Ed Paul. 32, John Long, and our leader, our pole setter, number 2, Rusty Keddick, will be bringing him up to speed out of turn 4. We're back under green flag racing with 70 laps to go. 87, Ty Hayes right there in 5th. Number 4, Todd Hall, a 2-time feature winner. He's the only late model driver here that's won more than one so far this year in our 11th late model race in 2005. Like I said earlier, 16, Bobby Blunt, who started at the tail end of the pack, has not won a feature yet this year, but he's here, and he's doing everything he can to make his way to the front. As he had a new track record, Bobby Blunt, car number 16. Back up front, number 2, Rusty Kettig, leads them all with 10 down and 67 to go in this 77-lap late model feature. 32, John Long running there in second. 58, Rod Maynard Jr. now up to third as he gets around the one-on-one of Ed Paul. Ed Paul slipping back to fifth. 87, Ty Hayes is up to fourth as we complete lap number 11. Number 4, Todd Hall up there in the hunt as well. He's running in sixth. 58, Ron Maynard Jr. looks to the outside of the 32 of John Long. And Ronnie Maynard Jr. trying to find his way to the front with 12 down this time around. Ronnie Maynard Jr. number 58 out of Union, Michigan. Driving the skid mark sponsored number 58. Stays on the outside groove. 87 Ty Hayes goes to the inside. And he's moving up to third as 58 Ron Maynard Jr. broke loose on the outside groove. Now going to fall back in line coming out of turn 2. 58 Ron Maynard Jr. says the inside line is where to be tonight. 87 Ty Hayes right there running in second. Ronnie Maynard Jr.'s in fourth. Number 2, Rusty Kettig, pole setter, still out front. The rest of the field at the back of the pack trying to work their way forward. The faster qualifiers back there, like Blue Streaming to 53, 14 Brandon Maynard, second fastest qualifier on the day, and the 16 of Bobby Blunt, trying to work around to get their way to the front. Unable to do so far. Back up front, single file formation racing as we complete lap 16. This time in front of me across the stripe is the number 2 of Rusty Kettig. Single file, number 32, John Long running second. 87 Ty Hayes is third. 58 Ron Maynard Jr. And we've got number 53, Lou Strimmy, spun around down here in turn 1. I did not see what happened, but I see Lou is pointed in the wrong direction down in turn 1 as our second caution comes out on the night in our Hoosier Tire late model feature. We got 16 laps in and 61 more to go with 2 cautions coming out in this Hoosier Tire late model feature. We got to get them lined back up, single file formation restart. So while we've got a break in the action here at the new Paris Speedway, 16 down and 61 to go. Our leader is the number 2 of Rusty Kettig. 32 John Long's running second. 87 Ty Hayes there in third. Right behind them, the 58 of Ronnie Maynard Jr. 101 Ed Paul's in fifth. Todd Hall in the number 4 lines up sixth. 85 Kevin Kosher. 39 Choo-Choo Charlie Whitman. 95 Steve Stacy's in ninth. Frankie Lau Jr. in the 94 is in 10th as we go back to racing with 16 down and 61 to go. Back to green flag racing as they head out of turn 2 and down the Billboard backstretch. From 11th on back, it's the number 7 of Keith Hankins. Number 1, Scott Ross running in 12th. Choo-Choo Charlie Whitman back there. No, 89 Kenny Whitman back there in 13th. Brandon Maynard's running 14th. Rich Bull in the 22's in 15th. The number 9 of Rodney Spencer is running there in 16th. Then you got the 16 of Bobby Blunt, 53 Lou Strimmy, and 25 Chad Yoder. All 19 cars still on the same lead lap as they clock in lap 19 this time around. Number 2, Rusty Kettig, our pole setter, doing a great job up front. But there goes the 25 of Chad Yoder. 25 Chad Yoder, our first car to call it quits on the night with 19 laps down. Number 2, Rusty Kettig up front has led the first 20 laps. We got 57 more to go in this 77 laps. Pat Riley late model feature as they head into turns 3 and 4. Number 2, Rusty Kettig right there, leading the way. Everybody single file for the moment. 87 Ty Hayes tucks back in there in third. 58 Ronnie Maynard Jr. running fourth. 101 Ed Paul's in fifth. Todd Hall in the 4 is in sixth. 85 Kevin Kosher running seventh in front of the 95 of Steve Stacy. He's up to 8th. 39 Choo-Choo Charlie Whitman running in 9th. 94 Frankie Lau Jr. in 10th. That's your front 10 as number 87 Ty Hayes looks to the outside of the 32 of John Long for that second place spot. Working there in turns 1 and 2 on the outside groove. 87 Ty Hayes trying to make his move to the second place spot, possibly the lead, as we'll clock in lap 24 this time by. 87 Ty Hayes now being scored, running there in second as he is on the outside of 32 John Long, who's back to third. 58 Ronnie Maynard Jr. running in fourth. Ty Hayes going to line up, fall back into position on the inside. In car number 87, right behind the number 2 of Rusty Kettig with 25 down and 52 to go. 87 Ty Hayes, 58 Ronnie Maynard Jr. Everybody trying to work their way ever so slightly to the front. They're being cautious as they work on lap 27. Number 2, Rusty Keddick, the pole setter, done a great job so far of leading the car single file. They'll have 27 down and 50 to go this time by. 87 Ty Hayes, though, in a brand new car. He had some problems with that 87 machine. Had to have some work done to it, and he's done so. And it looks pretty sharp tonight. But in his heat race, he had a little fender bender as they're rubbing paint, burning rubber on a Saturday night again here at the new Paris Speedway. 58, Ronnie Maynard Jr. getting around the 32 of John Long, now up to third as they clock in lap 29. 29 down in this 77 lap. Pat Riley Memorial Late Model Feature. Number 87, Ty Hayes, trying to figure out some way to get around the number 2 of Rusty Keddick as their nose and tail going through turns 1 and 2 with 30 laps down and 47 to go. Number 2, Rusty Keddick right there, 87 Ty Hayes. They're trying to separate themselves from the rest of the field as they draft right behind one another. 58, Ronnie Maynard Jr. running in third. He's about a 2-car lengths back there at third. And then there's a wide gap between 58, Ron Maynard Jr. and the 32 of John Long. About 4-car lengths as they complete lap 32. 101 Ed Paul's running in fifth. 95 Steve Stacy's working the outside groove. He's moving to sixth. Number 4 Todd Hall right there in seventh. 85 Kevin Kosher's running in eighth. 94 Frankie Lau Jr. is in ninth. 39 Choo Choo Charlie Whitman rounding out the top 10. But 16 Bobby Blunt's working his way up. He's running there in 12th on the outside of Keith Hankins. In that D&M property sponsor, number 7, Keith Hankins, a little bit of front damage on that number 7 front spoiler, and that might be hurting him a little bit as Bobby Blunt makes the pass and goes to 12th. 35 down, 35 laps down now in the front 3, nose to tail coming out of turn 2. Number 2, Rusty Keddick, 87 Ty Hayes, and 58 Ron Maynard Jr.'s caught him. He's working the outside groove. Ronnie Maynard Jr. trying to work his way to the top 2 spots with 36 laps down and 41 laps to go. Ron Maynard Jr. is car number 58. He's hooked up on a rail, but look who's coming. Number 95, Steve Stacy, our current points leader, and Hoosier Tire Late Models, is working up there to 4th as he gets around the 32 of John Long on lap 37. They got 40 more to go. Now the faster cars are working toward the front. 95 Steve Stacy and that Country Auto Center sponsored number 95 out of Plymouth right there in 4th and moving on. He's trying to get up to the 58 of Ron Maynard Jr. Jr. looks at the outside of the 87 of Ty Hayes in turn 3. There's a battle up front as we clock in lap 39. The halfway mark comes out. 39 down and 38 to go for number 2, Rusty Keddick. He's led the first half. 87 Ty Hayes running in second. 58 Ron Maynard Jr.'s in third. 95 Steve Stacy's fourth. 32 John Long back to fifth. Then a separation in 101 Ed Paul's running in sixth. 94 Frankie Lau Jr.'s in seventh. 85 Kevin Kosher's running in eighth. Number 4 Todd Hall's ninth, and Bobby Blunt in the 16s worked his way up to 10th. He had to start at the tail end of the pack. And 19th starting position on that restart. He's worked his way up to 10th already. This time around, they'll have 42 laps down, 35 to go in tonight's 77 lap. Pat Riley Late Model Memorial Feature. 95 Steve Stacy around the 58 of Ron Maynard Jr. Steve Stacy looking for that lead. As Steve Stacy goes to third, Ronnie Maynard Jr. tried to hold him off, he couldn't do it. Steve Stacy making the pass on the outside groove to third as they head down the Billboard backstretch. Steve Stacy's got one A-feature win under his belt. He's looking to be the second late model feature driver, but we got action in turn 3. 89 Kenny Whitman into the back of the number 4 of Todd Hall. Number 1 Scott Ross and the 9 of Rodney Spencer getting collected in that mess. A 4-car wreck over there in turn 3. A tough break for 89 Kenny Whitman and number 4 Todd Hall as they get tangled up over there at turn 3. And then number 1 Scott Ross, unable to avoid it, goes to the high side. Comes out of there with a little bit of damage. And number 9 Rodney Spencer with just a little bit as well. As the Canteen Vending Service Machine, Lamb's Graphics sponsored number 2 has held that front spot for 44 laps, but now some of the faster cars have caught up. 87 Ty Hayes, 95 Steve Stacy, our current points leader, restarts there in third in front of the 58 of Ron Maynard Jr. And lurking in the shadows, restarting in seventh, is the 16 of Bobby Blunt, as well as the 94 Frankie Lau Jr., who is fifth fastest on the day, restarting in sixth. So it's still anybody's race with 33 laps to go as Caleb Woods puts them on their final pace lap this time by. Alrighty then, 14 cars, 33 laps to go. They'll be bringing it up to speed out of turn 4. Number 2, Rusty Keddick on the accelerator as he comes out of there, and Caleb Woods turns them loose. They're off and racing for 33 more laps. Number 2, Rusty Keddick. 95, Steve Stacy trying to get around the 87er Ty Hayes. Ty Hayes checked up and said, no way, I'm going to keep second as they complete lap 45. 16, Bobby Blunt trying to get around the 94. Look out in the back of the pack. There goes the 7 of Keith Hankins and the 53 of Lou Strimmy around down here in turn 1. Caution flag number 4 coming out, this time for 53 Lou Strimmy and the 7 of Keith Hankins as they go round to round down here in turn 1 on lap number 45. They had crossed the start-finish line and got together of 87 Ty Hayes, who's right on his tail, running there in second. As we're under caution, number 7, the D&M Properties, number 7 of Keith Hankins and the 53 of Lou Strimmy will restart at the tail end of the pack since they brought out our 4th yellow in 45 laps. Steve Stacy, our points leader, number 95 in that Country Auto Center Special, right there in third. Then 58 Ron Maynard Jr. is in fourth on the restart. 32 John Long, 94 Frankie Lau Jr. restarts there in sixth. In front of Bobby Blunt, car number 16, he restarts in seventh with 32 laps to go as Caleb turns them loose. We're going back to green flag racing. Number 2, Rusty Keddick out in front of the 87 of Ty Hayes. He stays and he maintains his front spot. He's been our pole setter and our leader for 46 laps this time by. 87 Ty Hayes right there, nose to tail with the 95 of Steve Stacy, 58 Ron Maynard Jr. The front 7 still single file as they work around here with 30 laps to go this time around. Now moving up to 8th is the 39er Choo-Choo Charlie Whitman, and the number 1 is Scott Ross has battled back to 9th. Now he's back out there. 48 laps down as Bobby Blunt works the outside of 94 Frankie Lau Jr. for that 6th place position. Bobby Blunt, the number 16, is looking for the front spot. He's trying to get up to the top 5 as 53 Lou Strimmy and the 7 of Keith Hankins get together over there in turn 2. Caution flag comes out for those two gentlemen again as they did a little bumper tag over there in turn 2 and some debris come off of one of the race cars over there. It looks like it finally got kicked off into the infield. 5th caution flag coming out for 53 Lou Strimmy and the 7 of Keith Hankins with 48 laps down and 29 to go. Let's see what they do with these two drivers. These guys really hammering each other tonight. 53 Lou Strimmy in that Pet Refuge sponsored number 53 out of South Bend, and Keith Hankins in the D&M Properties number 7 at the back of the pack having problems. Brings out our 5th yellow in tonight's Hoosier Tire Late Model Feature with 48 laps down. They got 39. They've got 29 laps to go. So now we've got some cleanup down in turn 1 as they got down into the grassy knoll, so to speak, and kicked up some moisture onto the track. We've got a little cleanup going on in turn 1. So since we've got a little break in the act, tap team, so Keith Hankins restarting at the tail. Everybody else getting their proper spots back on a single file formation restart with 29 laps left in this 77-lap late model feature. Our leader is the number 2 of Rusty Keddick. Number 2, Rusty Keddick, looking for his first win in 2005, and we've got action on before we could even get this one started at the tail end of the pack again. Brake check. Number 9, Rodney Spencer, and 1, Scott Ross got together there on a brake check on the as they were putting them on their final pace lap. So in 6th is the 94 of Frankie Lau Jr. winless in 2005. 16, Bobby Blunt, fast qualifier, new track record holder, restart 7th. He too is winless in 2005. So we could have a repeat. We could have somebody new joining us up here in the winner's circle as we get set to go 29 more green laps of green flag racing. 29 more laps coming up. Number 2, Rusty Keddick up front as Caleb Woods watches them bring it up to speed as they come out of turn 4. Our starter, Caleb Woods, gives them the green. They're off and racing. 29 more laps. 87, Ty Hayes tried to get on the inside of number 2, Rusty Keddick, gave him a little bump and a little boost, and away went number 2. And now we've got somebody spinning over there in turn 2. It's the 101 of Ed Paul. Unable to get a lap in as 101 Ed Paul brings out our 6th yellow. Actually, that would be our 7th caution, as we had a caution as we were getting ready to go back to green flag. No, I think we just leave that at 6. 6 yellows so far tonight. Number 2, Rusty Keddick, trying to hold on for 29 more laps. He's led the first 48. Can he stay in front of the 95 of Steve Stacy now? 87, Ty Hayes is missing from the restarting lineup as he went into the pits under caution. We're back to green flag racing with 29 laps to go. 95, Steve Stacy trying to work around the number 2 of Rusty Keddick. He goes to the outside. Steve Stacy on the outside groove, trying to work around there. We got 49 down this time by. 95, Steve Stacy goes to the outside. 58, Ron Maynard Jr. going to try to get on the outside too and draft with him around the number 2. But number 2, Rusty Keddick, will lead him for 50 laps. 50 down and 27 to go. 95, Steve Stacy, a half a car length behind, running on the outside groove in second. 58, Ron Maynard Jr. looks to the low side. He runs there in third as they complete lap 51. 32, John Long running in fourth. 94, Frankie Lau Jr. is in fifth. Lou Strimmy in the 53 now going to the pits on lap 52. 94, Frankie Lau Jr. moving up to fourth as he gets on the inside of the 32 of John Long on lap number 52. And Bobby Blunt right behind him runs up there right behind the 94, Frankie Lau Jr. goes to fifth. Now this should be interesting as they work around here to complete lap 53. Your leader is still the number 2 of Rusty Keddick. 95, Steve Stacy works the outside. 58, Ron Maynard Jr. works the inside, running there in third. 94, Frank Lau Jr. in fourth. 16, Bobby Blunt's in fifth. As they complete lap 54 this time by. 32, John Long is back to 6th. 39, Choo-Choo Charlie Whitman out there running in 7th. Number 1, Scott Ross is in 8th. The 4 of Todd Hall is running in 9th. 101 Ed Paul about a quarter of a lap behind the rest of the field, running in 10th. Only 10 cars out of the 19 that started are still on the lead lap. As we complete lap 56 this time by, they'll have 56 down and 21 to go. Rusty Keddick, car number 2 out of South Bend, doing a great job up front. 95, Steve Stacy running in second. 36 hundredths of a second separated the top 19 qualifiers in today's Hoosier Tire late model. There's only 36 hundredths seconds in qualifying. That's the reason why Rusty Keddick is so tough to pass, because he's almost just as fast as the rest of them as they complete lap 58. Steve Stacy got real wide in turn 4 and fell back about a half a car length. He's still there in second, though, in front of the 58 of Ron Maynard Jr. 94, Frankie Lau Jr. running in fourth. 16, Bobby Blunt in fifth as they complete lap 59. 17 laps remain in tonight's racing action. They'll have 60 down and 17 to go this time by. As we look down into turn 1, 94 Steve Stacy, 95 Steve Stacy working the outside of number 2 Rusty Keddick. They're hooked up wheel to wheel, door to door as they come out of turn 4. Number 2 Rusty Keddick on the inside, still out in front on lap 61. 95 Steve Stacy falling back about a half a car length, but he's working the outside groove, got those tires, he's getting those tires warmed up. Can he hang on? Will those tires last him as they complete lap 62? Rusty Keddick overdrove it all by himself, spins out. Rusty Keddick, something happened as he was coming around to complete lap 62. And the leader, all by himself, sitting in the infield. Your new leader on lap 63 is 95 Steve Stacy. 58 Ron Maynard Jr. is running in second. Frankie Lau Jr. in the 94 is in third. 16 Bobby Blunt's in fourth as they close in. This time around, they'll clock in lap 64. 64 down to 13 to go. Number 95, Steve Stacy. Tough race for Rusty Keddick, car number 2. He's out of harm's way in the infield off the main straightaway. 58 Ron Maynard Jr. is in second, but here comes Bobby Blunt, car number 16. As they clock in lap 65, he's working the outside groove, trying to get around 94, Frankie Lau Jr. 66 down, 11 to go for number 95, Steve Stacy. He's got about a 5-car length lead as he goes into turns 1 and 2. 58 Ron Maynard Jr. running in second, trying to hold off the 16 of Bobby Blunt on the outside. 67 down and 10 to go this time by. 58 Ron Maynard Jr. still working the inside line. 16 Bobby Blunt on the outside groove, trying to work around to the front. 16 Bobby Blunt, time is running out. 68 down, 9 to go for 95 Steve Stacy. Bobby Blunt on the outside of Ron Maynard Jr. to second in turn 1. 16 Bobby Blunt trying to pick up his first feature win in 2005. Frankie Lau Jr. on the inside of Ron Maynard Jr. now, trying to make it past the third. He'll do so on lap 69 as they've got 8 laps to go. 95 Steve Stacy, slower traffic up ahead. The 101 of Ed Paul's in front of him. 70 down and 7 to go this time around for 95 Steve Stacy, and Ed Paul right in front of him. Steve Stacy can't get around him. 16 Bobby Blunt's trying to close in. He's about a quarter of a lap behind your leader, but time is running out. Can he catch him? Can he get him around with 71 down and 6 to go? Steve Stacy out in front. 16 Bobby Blunt is closing the gap. 94 Frankie Lau Jr. running third. 58 Ron Maynard Jr. back to fourth. 32 John Long's in fifth with 72 down and 5 remaining. 95 Steve Stacy has cleared the 101 of Ed Paul. 16 Bobby Blunt's got to do so. About a quarter of a lap behind. 73 down and 4 to go this time by for 95 Steve Stacy. Now Bobby Blunt working the outside groove. He's closing that gap. But will it be too little too late? As 95 Steve Stacy brings them around for lap 74, they got 3 more to go this time. 16 Bobby Blunt running there, running hard, trying to run the wheels off of it, trying to catch 95 of Steve Stacy, our points leader. 95 Steve Stacy, the 5th fastest on the day in qualifying. And Bobby Blunt, car number 16, a fast qualifier with a new track record holder. Unable to catch him as the white flag will come out. 76 down, 1 more to go for 95 Steve Stacy. Bobby Blunt running second. 94 Frankie Lau Jr.'s in third. The checkered flag will wave this time by for number 95 Steve Stacy. 16 Bobby Blunt second. 94 Frankie Lau Jr. will finish third. 58 Ron Maynard Jr. fourth, and the 32 of John Long will come across fifth. 39 Choo-Choo Charlie Whitman was 6th. The number 1 of Scott Ross was 7th. Number 4 Todd Hall finishes 8th. 85. 101 Ed Paul will finish 9th. And the number 2 of Rusty Keddick there bringing out the top 10. That's the way they're going to finish in tonight's Hoosier Tire 77 lap late model feature. The Pat Riley Memorial 77 lap late model feature. And as he rolls up here to get the checkered flag, put your hands together for your winner for the second time for 2005. Number 95 is Steve Stacy. 95 Steve Stacy out of Plymouth, Indiana, doing a great job for Country Auto Center and the rest of the sponsors on that number 95 car, such as All-American Welding, Jimerson Motorsports out of Walkerton, the South Bend Clutch out of Mishawaka, and Cliff Myers Silcotech, all sponsors. 95 points leader, and our Pat Riley Memorial 77 lap late model feature winner, number 95 from Plymouth, Steve Stacy. We'll get him up here in the winner's circle for the second time for 2005 and have a few words with him right after this brief timeout on your home for Saturday night racing from the new Paris Speedway on Hoosier 103.5 FM. for starting on the pole tonight in our Michiana Tire Street Stocks. He comes to us from Pearson, Indiana, driving that Lake City Honda, sponsor number 12. That is Kevin Gunkel. On the outside of the front row, in the number 88, the 88 from Elkhart, that's Speedy Bobby Prince. Second row on the inside from Cromwell, Indiana, car number 78, Donnie Click. He was last Saturday night's feature winner. On the outside of the second row, driving the Two Dudes Garage, sponsor number 125 from Claypool, is Frosty Scott Frost. Third row on the inside, driving the Street Stock number 28, a former Street Stock track champion here at the New Paris Speedway. Behind the wheel for Matt Burkholder is Dave Long from Bourbon. On the outside of the third row, in that Torco Racing Fuel sponsored number 88 from Goshen, is the Toad, Charlie Hanna. Fourth row on the inside, driving the Hammers Pub and Grub Frog Tavern sponsored number 40 from Syracuse, is Rob Smith. On the outside of the fourth row, driving the 00 Wild Child machine from Syracuse, is Gary Wiles. Fifth row on the inside, driving car number 40 from Plymouth, is Tricky Dicky Siddall. To his right, in row number 5, in that CNC race car and fabrication sponsored number 50 from Warsaw, is Hurricane Charlie Cotton. Sixth row inside, our points leader, the Drive Smart number 99 from Napanee, Mark Blessing. On the outside of row number 6, in the Riverbend Hose Specialty sponsored number 15, that's Don Hunley. He's second in the points, and he lines up right beside the points leader. Seventh row on the inside, in that D&T RV repair sponsor number 10 out of Millersburg, is Eric Kaiser. To his right in row 7, the Goshen Collision Center sponsored number 1 of Al Mauer. In row 8 from Warsaw, in that Shepherd Racing Team sponsored number 5, is Jason Shepherd. To his right in row 8, driving a Street Stock number 6 out of Goshen, that Monteith Tire sponsored number 6 of Dave Coleman, stepping up into Street Stocks tonight. Row 9, we've got the Schisler Trucking sponsored number 17 from Syracuse, Bob Schisler Jr. To his right, our fast qualifier in the B&M Engine Service sponsored number 38 out of Kimmel, that's Darrell Click. He's our fast qualifier on the day. And then starting as a provisional at the back of the pack, making it 19 cars to start tonight's Street Stock feature. From Elkhart in the 121 and the Miller Boys Racing sponsored machine, that's Mark Miller. And as they make their way down out of turn 4, race fans, let's give our Street Stock feature drivers a big send-off. Flick your bics, wave your hands, your hats, and your hankies, and say good luck, guys, and good racing. 19 cars scheduled to start tonight's 30-lap Michiana Tire Street Stock feature. Looks like number 40 not making the call. Tricky Dicky Siddall not making the start of tonight's 30-lap Michiana Tire Street Stock feature. So we'll have 18 cars as Tricky Dicky broke and is setting in the infield tub brake for him. As we've got 18 cars then to officially start tonight's 30-lap Michiana Tire Street Stock feature. Top 5 fast qualifiers. Darrell Click with a 15-14. Bob Schisler Jr. with a 15-18, Dave Coleman with a 15-19, Jason Shepherd, number 5, at a 15-24, and Al Mauer in the Goshen Collision Center Special number 1 with a 15-28, so only 1,400 separates the top 5. As Caleb Woods turns them loose, we're going racing in tonight's Michiana Tire 30-lap Street Stock feature, and we got action in the main straightaway on the start of this one. As our first caution flag comes out from about halfway back, some of the cars involved, 00 Gary Wiles, the number 10 of Eric Kaiser. Some of the other ones still running and headed in the right direction, like number 5, Jason Shepherd. Before we could get this one started, yellow comes out. And next Saturday night with autograph night, plus the vintage cars, the Michiana vintage cars will be here next Saturday night. So you want to make plans to be out here Saturday night, July 25th, as we have our 57th anniversary autograph night immediately following qualifying next Saturday night about 6:30. So you want to come out for qualifying and come out for autograph session, because our favorite cars and stars will be down there signing autographs. Okay, it looks like we've lost one already on the start. as we get set to go racing, as Caleb Woods looks him over as they can bring it up to speed out of turn 4. He gives him the green flag. They're off and racing into turns 1 and 2. Number 12, Kevin Gunkel, out in front. 78, Donnie Click now moving up there to second as he gets on the low side of the 88 of Speedy Bobby Prince. As they complete lap 1, 78, Don Click up to second. 125, Scott Frost giving him a little boot there, saying, get going, I'm right behind you. And Scotty Frost trying to get around. And 28, Dave Long back there about the middle of the pack, had some problems on the outside groove. Now he's back on the accelerator. Everything looks to be okay for the 28 of Dave Long, as he's running back there in about the 8th position. Back up front, it's the Lake City Honda, number 12 of Kevin Gunkel out of Pearson, bringing him around for lap number 3. He's your leader with the 78 of Donnie Click, last week's feature winner, running in second. 125, Scott Frost is up there to third. Look out down in turn 1. There goes the 15 of Don Hunley. Somehow he breaks out of the pack and sets up there to the wall in turn 1, and that'll bring out a caution. Our second caution coming out with 3 laps in, this time for the 15 of Don Hunley. Not quite sure who may have booted him, but boy, he just broke out of the pack real quick and went to Keith Gunkel out of Pearson. 78, Donnie Click running there in second on the restart. 125, Scott Frost is there in third. Then you've got the 88 of Speedy Bobby Prince running in fourth. Number 40, Rob Smith, right there, fifth on the restart. 99, Mark Blessing is in sixth. Charlie Hanna restarts in seventh in car number 88. Dave Long restarts there in eighth in car number 28 in front of the 10 of Eric Kaiser. Goshen Collision Center special number 1, Al Mauers in 10th. As we go back to green flag racing with 27 to go, Caleb Woods turns them loose. From 10th on back, it's number 5, Jason Shepard running in 11th. The 17 of Bob Schisler Jr. making his move on the outside to go up there, running there in 12th. 15, Don Hunley's up to 13th. 121, Mark Miller is running in 14th. And the 6 of Dave Coleman back in 15th. As we did lose a couple of cars so far tonight, is our Michiana Tire Street Stocks work and complete lap number 5 this time by. Lake City Honda sponsor number 12 of Keith Gunkel with about a 2-car length lead as he goes into turns 3 and 4. 78 Don Clicks running in second in front of the Scott Frost number 125. Rob Smith in car number 40 and 99 Mark Blessing for trading some paint through turns 3 and 4. Blessing falls back about 2 spots as the 40 Rob Smith stays up there in 5th. This time around we'll have 7 laps down and 23 to go in this 30-lap Michiana Tire Street Stock feature. 99 Mark Blessing, our points leader, with a slim lead of only 33 points over Don Hunley in car number 15, who's still at the back of the pack and trying to work his way to the front too. But number 12, Keith Gunkel, Kevin Gunkel doing a great job up front. 78 Donnie Click running in second. 121 25 Scott Frost is in third, and there's about a 4-car length separation from the front 3 to the second pack, so to speak, as they complete lap 9 and working on lap 10. Back and forth is the 88 of Bobby Prince from Elkhart. Number 40, Rob Smith, still holding down 5th as we clock in lap 10. Front 3 still unchanged as they head out of turn 2 and down the billboard backstretch here at the new Paris Speedway. Michiana Tire Street Stock action. Boy, we had a good one earlier in that 77 lap Hoosier Tire late model feature. The Pat Riley Memorial late model feature winner tonight here at the new Paris Speedway was 95 of Steve Stacy. Oh, we got action in turn 1. Number 40, Rob Smith, went sideways. 28, Dave Long into him. And everybody hitting the brakes and getting collected. Number 10, Eric Kaiser. The 121 of Mark Miller. Back there, Goshen Collision Center, number 1, Al Mauer, setting into the wall in turn 2. So number 40, Rob Smith, went sideways, and then everybody checking up. Competing tonight. We wish you the best of luck. Hopefully we'll see you in the winner's circle up here at New Paris Speedway.
Thanks a lot, Jerry.
Comments earlier this day from number 28, Dave Long, who's driving the 28 Matt Burkholder. As we go back to green flag racing, Mark Miller, I did talk to earlier, was in our first interview, and he's back out as we're going back under green flag racing. But we got an incident on the backstretch now before we could get our first lap back after going to green, as the number 10 of Eric Kaiser went looping around back there in the backstretch. 19 laps remain in this Michiana Tire Street Stock feature. So far this year, we've only had one street stock driver double dip, so to speak. In our A features, we've had Goshen Collision Center Special number 1 of Al Mauer's got 2 A feature wins under his belt. Number 12, Kevin Gunkel, looking for win number 1. Can he hang on for another 19 laps from the pole position? Time will tell as they come out of turn 4. They bring it out of up to speed, and Caleb Woods turns them loose. 78, Don Flick. He's had one A feature win under his belt. He's sitting there pretty right now, running in second. 125, Scott Frost is in third. Scott Frost yet to pick up an A feature win. He would love to get one. 88, Bobby Prince and Charlie Hanna battling for fourth. Is the mean green machine of Charlie Hanna now works the outside of Bobby Prince for that fourth place spot as they complete lap 14. And Speedy racing out of the groove a little bit there on that last lap, trying to hold the 88 of Charlie Hanna at bay, and now Hanna finally moves to fourth. Bobby Prince back to fifth as we complete lap 14. 17, Bob Schisler Jr. working the outside. He was the second fastest qualifier on the day, 17, Bob Schisler Jr. And he's worked his way up to fifth now at the halfway point, 15 in and 15 to go. Bob Schisler Jr. moving forward as he works around the 88 of Bobby Prince. Front three still unchanged as there's working on the second half of this 30 lap. Michiana Tire Street Stock feature with 16 down and 14 to go. 17, Bob Schisler Jr. moving forward. Fast qualifier on the day. The 38 of Darrell Click jumped immediately out of this race in the first couple of laps. Dave Coleman in car number 6, third quickest qualifier. Back there still at the back of the pack, running in about 11th. As we work on lap number 18, it's 12, Kevin Gunkel up in front of the 78 of Don Click and the 125 of Scott Frost. Charlie Hanna then about 3 car lengths behind, running in fourth. And the 17 of Bob Schisler Jr. trying to make his move around him. 15, Don Hunley now has worked his way to sixth. 88, Speedy Prince. Bobby Prince is running in seventh. 121, Mark Miller is back up to eighth. 99, Mark Blessing back to ninth as we clock in lap 19. Number 10, Eric Kaiser running in 10th. Then we've got the 6 of Dave Coleman and the 40 of Rob Smith rounding out the top 12. The only 12 cars left on this racetrack with 20 down and 10 to go. Only 12 cars remaining out of the 18 starting Michiana Tire Street Stocks 20 laps ago. So number 12, Kevin Gunkel, sitting in the driver's seat right now, out in front with 9 laps to go. Sitting pretty, everybody following him, single file as they head out of turn 2 down the Billboard backstretch. 88 Charlie Hanna, though, has gained some ground on those front 3, but a caution's coming out for number 6, Dave Coleman, and number 40, Rob Smith, I guess, got together over there at turn 2 on that last lap, and so our 5th caution coming out this time for number 6, Dave Coleman, and I believe the number 40 of Rob Smith. Street stock feature, I know that you're just trying to come out on a Saturday and have fun and enjoy your great sport of auto racing, plus you're trying to do your best for your sponsors. I know you are, like Shaker Engines and M&M Fabricators. Who's some of the other ones that help sponsor this car?
We got Sailor's Pizza in Dowagiac, Two Dudes Garage out of Yellow Creek, and a little bit of people help us here and there, but primarily it's just me, my dad, and my brother.
Little Miller Boys Racing Team.
Yeah, that's the way we try and keep it going.
Well, we wish you the best of luck in tonight's 30 lap street stock feature, and hopefully we can catch you up there in the winner's circle when you capture your first A feature win before the end of the year.
Yeah, that's what I need. I need a couple of those.
All right, Mark, good luck.
All right, thanks, Jerry.
Well, we're back to green flag racing, and we've got 2 laps in since this interview, and number 12, Kevin Gunkel, still out in front, trying to pick up his first feature win in 2005. Leads him into turns 1 and 2. Running in second is the 78 of Don Click. 125 Scott Frost there in third. Mean Green Machine, number 88, Charlie Hanna's up to fourth. The 17 of Bob Schisler Jr. running in fifth with 25 down and 5 to go this time by. 15, Don Hunley's worked his way to sixth. 121, Mark Miller there in seventh. Then some separation between there on back. Number 10, Eric Kaiser, and number 6, Dave Coleman, running back there in ninth. As we clock in lap 26, they got 4 more to go. 17, Bob Schisler Jr. now moving up on the inside of the 88 of Charlie Hanna, and Bob Schisler Jr. looking for fourth with 27 down and 3 to go. But right now, number 12, Kevin Gunkel, out in front, and it looks like he's going to be picking up his first feature win from the pole position in this 30-lap Michiana Tire Street Stock feature, if he can hang on for 2 more laps this time by. Number 12, Kevin Gunkel, out in front. The pole setter has really done a great job of staying out in front in this one. Like I said earlier today, not much difference, only less than 0.4 of a second separating the top 18 qualifiers in our Michiana Tire Street Stock, and that's the way they're driving. Number 12, Kevin Gunkel, coming out of turn 4, will pick up the checkered flags in tonight's 30-lap Michiana Tire Street Stock feature for number 12, Kevin Gunkel. 78, Don Click will finish second. 125, Scott Frost crossed the stripe third. The 17 of Bob Schisler Jr. came across fourth. And the 15 of Don Hunley there in fifth. And that's the way they're going to finish in tonight's Michiana Tire Street Stock feature. And as he rolls up here to get his first feature win on the year, put your hands for the number 12 from Pierceton of Kevin Gunkel. Number 12, Kevin Gunkel, winning from the pole in tonight's 30-lap Michiana Tire Street Stock feature. Kevin is sponsored by Lake City Honda, Adventure Glass in North Webster, Lake Lube, Rogers Auto Center, Graycraft Signs, Clayton's Garden Center, and B&M Engine Service, all sponsors number 12 of Kevin Gunkel out of Pierceton as he picks up his first Street Stock feature win in 2005. We'll get him up in the winner's circle in just a minute and talk to him. Of course, finishing second was the 78 of Don Click. Third was the 125 of Scott Frost. 17, Bob Schisler Jr. crossed the stripe fourth. 15, Don Hunley came across fifth. 121, Mark Miller edged his way to sixth. Charlie Hanna in the 88 crossed the stripe seventh. Number 10, Eric Kaiser finished eighth. Dave Coleman was ninth. And then the 88 of Bobby Prince finished there in the top 10. So that is the way they're going to finish in the top 10 in tonight's Michiana Tire 30-lap Street Stock feature. We're going to take this brief time out on your home for Saturday night racing for the new Paris Speedway on Hoosier 103.5. All right, on the pole starting tonight in car number 37, he's out of Akron, Indiana, and he drives that Southside Video sponsored number 37. That's Shannon Buck out of Akron, Indiana. On the outside of the front row, driving the Larry Raines Repoing and Recovery System number 25 out of Goshen, that's Tim Kidder. Second row inside in the Industrial Installation sponsored number 96 mini stock out of Elkhart, Andy Kindig. To his right in row number 2, driving the JP Machine sponsored number 60 from Warsaw is Stan Hudson. Third row inside in the Tranner Graphics sponsored number 14 from Pierceton, that's Kevin Grubb. On the outside of row 3 in the Masterscape Creation and Design number 24 from Goshen is Bob Huffman. Fourth row inside in the Nelson's Beverage sponsored number 47 out of Mentone, that is the Bulldog Gene Hughes. To his right in row 4 in the Wildlife Wonders Taxidermy Special number 5 from Middlebury is Merle Yoder. Fifth row inside in the Creation Graphics sponsored number 10 from Goshen is the Stickman Tim Barrick. On the outside of row number 5 in the Stuckman Auto Salvage number 34, that's Mark Hughes. 6th row inside in the number 9 machine from Wakarusa is Gentleman Jim Engelmeyer, last year's track champion. To his right in row number 6 in that All Brands RV sponsor number 4 from Napanee, Dave Castle. 7th row inside in the one-shot auto number 83 from Bourbon at is Donnie Mangan. On the outside of row 7 in the Ryman design number 16 from Napanee is J.R. Ryman. Row number 8 in the New Paris Auto Service sponsor number 13, that's Squidward Michael Landry. On the outside of row 8 in the Victory by Design chassis sponsor number 83 from Goshen is Jeremy the Kid Dameron, last week's mini stock feature winner. And in row 9 in the All Brands RV Service number 19, that's Jackrabbit Jerry Ryman from Napanee, and to his right, our fast qualifier on the day, he'll be driving the number 1. Actually, he's our points leader, and he'll be driving the number 1. That is Corey Ryman, as he'll drive the number 1 Bremen Bowling Lane sponsored mini stock, compliments of Craig Castle. So as our mini stock drivers make their way down out of turn 4, let's give our mini stocks a big send-off, race fans. Everybody, flick your bics, wave your hands, your hats and your hankies, and say, good luck, guys, and good racing. 18 cars going 20 laps in tonight's Daytona mini stock feature. Pole setter, number 37, Shannon Buck from Akron, Indiana, and that Southside Video sponsored number 37. He will, of course, be on the inside of the front row with the number 25 of Tim Kidder lined up there. Those guys will be bringing them up to speed next time by as Caleb Woods puts them on their final pace lap. 20 laps coming up in our Michiana Tire Street Stock feature. What number did you pick? Was it 37? Was it 25? 96, 60, 16, 13, or 19? Let's see as they come out of turn 4 as Caleb Woods turns them loose. They're off and racing 20 laps in tonight's Daytona mini stock feature of the 4 cylinders. 37, Shannon Buck from Akron, Indiana, staying out in front. 96, Andy Kindig right behind him. Nose to tail as they come out of turn 4 to complete lap 1. Andy Kindig looks to the inside in turn 1. 37, Shannon Buck is our leader as they're racing 3 wide back there at the back of the pack, trying to battle for position in this 20-lap mini stock feature. 96, Andy Kindig now on the low side, takes the lead in turn 3, and we got action in turn 3. Number 1, Corey Ryman spun around over there, and he's come dead to waters over in turn 3, so a caution will come out for number 1, Corey Ryman, as we've completed lap 2. But Corey Ryman brings out the first caution in tonight's Daytona mini stocks. Out of the 18 starting grid, still on the track. As we get set to go back to racing, with 2 down and 18 to go. 96 Andy Kindig will be bringing them out of turn 4 this time. He'll bring them up to speed. Caleb Woods will look them over, and he'll turn them loose as we go back to racing in our 4-cylinder Daytona mini stock class here at New Paris Speedway. Andy Kindig with a commanding lead. Number 14, Kevin Grubb, moving up to second now is 37, Stan Buck. 37, Shannon Buck falls off the pace. He's on the outside groove, and he's gone all the way back to 5th. Number 14, Kevin Grubb's running in second. Gentleman Jim Engelmeyer, car number 9's now made his way to 3rd as we complete lap 4 this time by. 47, the Bulldog Gene Hughes, he's running in 4th. Number 10, Tim Barrick's in 5th. As they work out of turn 2 and down the billboard backstretch, here comes the 83 of Donnie Mangan, trying to move down on the low side. He's moving up to 5th, and right behind him is the red number 83 of Jeremy Dameron, last week's mini stock feature winner. Jeremy's got 4 A wins under his belt so far this year. He's won 4 features in our Daytona mini stocks. J.R. Ryman's won 3. Corey Ryman's won a couple. Jerry Ryman's won 1, and Bryce Schaefer's won 1. So we're looking to see if we can crown somebody new. As Gentleman Jim Engelmeyer now takes the lead away from the 96 of Andy Kindig down the billboard backstretch. But a caution flag will come out on lap number 6. or lap number 7, and it'll depend on how they line them up as they revert back to the last completed lap. All right, 96 Andy Kindig is our leader as we go back to green flag racing next time by. Well, I thought we were going to go back to green flag racing. I'm not quite sure what's going on. I guess number 10, Tim Barrick, had to slide his way back to the back of the pack, so the light will be going off. We're going to be going racing here in just a couple of minutes, as Caleb Woods will be putting them on their final pace lap this next time. 96 Andy Kindig out of Elkhart, doing a great job of driving up front. Gentleman Jim Engelmeyer, number 9, out here for the second time in 2005, 2 weeks in a row for Gentleman Jim. He sure would love to get an A feature win. Told me here a couple of weeks ago, he says, I'm going to come out here and see if I can keep up with some of these young pups out here. By golly, he's doing all right so far. He restarts second with 6 down and 14 to go as they go back to green flag racing in our 20-lap Daytona Mini Stock feature. Gentleman Jim Engelmeyer goes to the outside. He's looking for that lead down the billboard backstretch and into turns 3 and 4. He'll hook up side by side, wheel to wheel as they come out of turn 4 to complete lap number 7. And Gentleman Jim Engelmeyer is your new leader on lap number 7. Number 9 out in front. Keeps working the outside groove. 96 Andy Kindig not giving up. 8 down, 12 to go this time for your new leader, number 9, Gentleman Jim Engelmeyer. 96 Andy Kindig running second. 14 Kevin Grubb falls back to fourth as the 83 of Jeremy Dameron now works his way to third. 16 J.R. Ryman working his way up there. He's running in fifth and trying to look for the front as they complete lap number 9. They got 11 more to go. Number 9, Gentleman Jim Engelmeyer out in front. Jeremy Dameron, an 83, working on the outside. The 96 of Andy Kindig for second. At the halfway point, 10 in and 10 to go this time by. Number 9, Gentleman Jim Engelmeyer, your leader. 83, Jeremy Dameron running second. 96, Andy Kindig's back to third. 16, J.R. Ryman's up to fourth with 9 laps to go this time around. Oh, and Donnie Mangan, number 83, spinning around, and 25, Tim Kidder into the wall in turn 4. Caution flag comes out as number 83, Donnie Mangan, spun out down on the low side, and up on the high side, and unable to avoid it was the 25 of Tim Kidder, and into the wall he went. We got debris down here in the main straightaway. Tough break for both of those drivers with 9 laps to go. Grab it, Jerry Ryman rounding out the top 10. Then the 13 of Michael Landry there in 11th. 10 Tim Barrick, 5 Merle Yoder, 60 Stan Hudson, the 24 Bob Huffman, 83 Donnie Mangan, and the 37 of Shannon Buck. As we get set to go back to racing with 9 laps to go to wrap up tonight's Daytona Mini Stock feature. Number 9, Gentleman Jim Engelmeyer trying to hold off number 83, Jeremy Dameron, with 9 to go as we're back under green flag racing. And Jeremy Dameron looking on the inside of number 9. Gave him a little bump, and number 9, Gentleman Jim Engelmeyer, stays out in front. Gentleman Jim staying out in front with 12 down and 8 to go. 83 Jeremy Dameron right there running in second. 16 J.R. Ryman's working the outside groove, trying to get around the 96 of Andy Kindig as they go into the billboard backstretch and through turns 3 and 4. 13 down and 7 more to go for number 9, Gentleman Jim Engelmeyer. Trying to get his first A feature win on the season. Trying to hold off the 83 of Jeremy Dameron. So far, he's done a great job. There's about a 2-car length lead for the number 9 of Gentleman Jim Engelmeyer as they complete lap 14. Jim Engelmeyer, a former track champion, leading the way right now with 5.5 laps left. This time by, number 9, Jim Engelmeyer will have 15 down and 5 to go. 83 Jeremy Dameron running there in second. 16 J.R. Ryman's up to third now as they work around the 96 of Andy Kindig. Number 4 Dave Castle running in fifth. 4 laps left this time by. We got action in turn 2 as the 13 of Michael Landry and and the number 1 of Corey Ryman gets together over there in turn 2 with 15 down and 5 to go. We'll put them on their final pace lap. Next time by, we got a 5-lap dash to the finish in tonight's Dayton-Daytona Mini Stock feature. So number 9, gentleman Jim Engelmeyer, now that little lead that he had with 5 to go is diminished. 83, Jeremy Dameron, right there behind him on the restart, bumper to nose. If gentleman Jim Engelmeyer slips at all after the restart, Jeremy Dameron's going to be right there, but right behind him is the 16 of J.R. Ryman. J.R.'s won 3 features this year, and he's chomping at the bit to get number 4. And as they bring it up to speed out of turn 4, Caleb Woods looks him over. He gives them the green light. They're off and racing for 5 more laps. Number 9, gentleman Jim Engelmeyer, 83, Jeremy Dameron, and the 16 of J.R. Ryman. That's your front 3 as they go through turns 3 and 4. This time around, they'll have 4 more laps to go. Jim Engelmeyer, car number 9, last year's track champion, trying to hold everybody at bay for another 3.5 laps. And he has stretched his lead about 2 car lengths as they complete lap 17. They got 3 more to go. Gentleman Jim, hooked up on a rail tonight, stays out in front of the 83 of Jeremy Dameron and the 16 of J.R. Ryman. J.R. gives Jeremy a little love tap there as they went into turn 3. They got 18 down and 2 to go this time by for number 9, gentleman Jim Engelmeyer. Now the 16 of J.R. Ryman trying to make the pass to move to second on the final 2 laps. I don't know if he can get her done, as the white flag will fly this time for number 9, Jim Engelmeyer. He's got 1 more to go. 83, Jeremy Dameron, and the 16 of J.R. Ryman battling for second. Number 4, Dave Castle moving up, trying to go to 4th. As the checkered flags will wave this time for number 9, gentleman Jim Engelmeyer. 83, Jeremy Dameron will hang on to second. 16, J.R. Ryman will finish in third. That's the way they're going to finish 1, 2, and 3. It was 9, 83, and 16 finishing in the top 3. 16, J.R. Ryman coming up just a little bit short, finishes third. 83, Jeremy Dameron had to settle for second tonight. And winning his first feature win out of 2 times being out here for 2005. Put your hands together for number 9, gentleman Jim Engelmeyer. Number 9, gentleman Jim Engelmeyer, doing a great job at driving. Picks up his first feature win in 2005. He's only been out a couple of weeks this year. Picks one up for the team. We'll get him up here in the winner's circle, talk to him here in just a few minutes. Of course, crossing the stripe 4th in tonight's Daytona Mini Stock feature was the 96 of Andy Kindig. He crossed the line in front of the number 4 of Dave Castle, who finished 4th. 14, Kevin Grubb comes across 6th. 47, Gene Hughes finished 7th. Mark Hughes was 8th. Number 1, Corey Ryman crossed the stripe 9th in front of the 13 of Squidward Michael Landry. That's your top 10 finishers in tonight's 20-lap Daytona Mini Stock feature. I think we'll get gentleman Jim Engelmeyer up here for a quick interview right after this brief timeout on your home for Saturday night racing from the new Paris Speedway on Hoosier 103.5 FM.
Feature on the pole, we've got the 05 of Jerry West. On the outside of the front row, number 88 is DJ Dave Eckert. Second row inside, the 41 of the Fireball Josh Dunn. To his right, in row 2, is the 97 of Mark Murray. Third row inside, car number 2R is Rochelle Strickland. To her right in row 3 is the 32 of John Long. Fourth row inside, car number 44, Chris Sinoff. And to his right, the 80 of Michael Akins. Fifth row inside, 31, Ben Miller. And to his right, the 5 of Shannon Pohl. Sixth row inside, car number 43, Mad Max Schaefer. And the 5 of Leapin' Lee Atkins. Next to the last row, the 21 of Kenny Gunkel. And the 29 H of Chuck Harper. And at the back of the pack, car number 29, car number 20, Josh Smith electing to go to the tail. So we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 cars getting ready to go. 15 laps in tonight's Daytona Mini Stock B feature. Mighty Mike Powers will put them on their final pace lap. We're going to go green flag racing next time by. All right, watch them now as they come out of turn 4. Mighty Mike Powers looks them over. He gives them a green. They're going racing 15 laps in tonight's Daytona Mini Stock B feature. 05 Jerry West up front. 88 DJ Dave Eckert on the outside groove. The Fireball, number 41 Josh Dunn running there in third as we complete lap 1. Number 32, John Long, making his way up there on the outside groove, going to challenge for third as they complete lap 2. 32, John Long, trying to work his way to the front. And as they work out of turn 2, your new leader is the 05 of Jerry West with the 32 of John Long looking for that lead in turn 3. Your new leader will be the 32 of John Long as they complete lap number 5. Number 5, P. Shannon Pohl now moves to second. 05 Jerry West back to third. This time around, we'll have 6 down and 9 to go. Halfway mark comes out, 7 in and 8 more to go for number 32, John Long, and the 5 of Shannon Pohl. Front 2 cars got a commanding lead over the rest of the field with 7 laps left. 32 John Long is your leader. Number 5 Shannon Pohl running second. 05 Jerry West still hanging on to third, but he's a good quarter of a lap behind the leaders as they clock in lap 9 right now. Ten down, 5 to go for number 32, John Long and Dave Pohl in car number 5. John Long out in front of Shannon Pohl in car number 5P. He's still right there with him. But time is running out for the 5P of Shannon Pohl from Walkerton. As they'll clock in lap 12, they'll have 3 more to go this time by, but we got action on the backstretch. Looks like we got 44 Chris Seneff and 21 Ben Miller getting together back there, or 31 Ben Miller. Check that, that's the 21. 21 Kenny Gunkel and the 44 Chris Seneff. Both drivers are out of the car. Put your hands together for 44 Chris Seneff and 21 Kenny Gunkel. They're A-OK. That's a good thing. That was a hard hit back there in the backstretch. Both drivers A-OK. The cars may be a little less to be desired, but we'll get those cars off. All right, 32 John Long will be bringing them up to speed as they come out of turn 4. Mighty Mike Powers turns them loose. We're back to racing for 4 more laps. Battle right now for 4th back there. 41 Josh Dunn and the 88 of DJ Dave Eckert. With 3 laps remaining. Fireball, Josh Dunn in the 41. 31, Ben Miller around out of turn 2. We're still under green flag racing as they complete lap 13. Number 32, John Long out in front of the 5 of Shannon Pohl. The front 2 cars, they'll get the white flag this time by. Oh, and there goes our second place car, number 5, Shannon Pohl around in turn 2. Checkered flag will come out for number 32, John Long. Tough break for number 5 as they race for second back to the stripe. 05 Jerry West will finish second in front of the 88 of DJ Dave Eckert. Oh, number 5 Shannon Pohl racing hard on that last lap, looped and around, and finishes almost dead last. So your winner of tonight's Mini Stock B features, he rolls up here to get the checkered flag. Put your hands together for the 32 of John Long. The X Factor, number 32 of John Long, victorious tonight in our Dayton Daytona Mini Stock B feature. 05 Jerry West from Mishawaka finishes second. 88 DJ Dave Eckert there third. 43 of Mad Max Schaefer across the stripe fourth in front of the 41 of Josh Dunn, who brings home fifth. #15 lap, Michiana Tire, Valvoline Motor Oil Street Stock C feature. On the pole in car number 16, that's Jan Long. To his right in row 1, car number 24 is Chad Radar O'Reilly. Second row inside, car number 32, Josh Summers. To his right in row 2, the 007 of Jack Brazel. Third row inside, car number 84, Bob Hunsberger. To his right, the 20 of Rick Richardson. Fourth row inside, number 89, Jeff Stetler from Plymouth, and the 20 of Eric Gill. Fifth row, the 442 of Sheldon Lindlag, and the 27 of Scott Hogeman. Scott Hogeman and car number 77 back there. Two, four, six, eight, 9 cars getting ready to go 15 laps in our Valvoline Motor Oil Street Stock C feature. Scott Hogeman out of Coldwater, Michigan, and at number 27 at the tail end of the back. That's a 27. Scotty Hogeman from Coldwater, Michigan out here tonight. So Scott Hogeman out of Coldwater, Michigan, number 27. Coldwater, Michigan right there. Normally drives up at Butler Speedway. Then you got the 442 of Sheldon Lindlag. Sheldon Lindlag out of Fort Wayne. Some new faces and some new places in our Valvoline Motor Oil Street Stock C feature. They're racing for a case of Valvoline Motor Oil. All right, they'll be bringing up to speed next time by. 16 Jan Long, our pole setter, will bring him out of turn 4. And Caleb Woods will give him the green flag. We're off and racing. And this race will go 12 laps if they can make it that long. Josh Summers in car number 32 being pushed around by number 16 Jan Long. We got a 5-car kind of a traffic jam over there at turn 2 for 24. Chad Radar O'Reilly, 89 Jeff Stetler, and the 442 is Sheldon Lindlag, all having to come to a stop. As Jan Long and 32 Josh Summers got together over there in turn 2 before. Little Red Caboose has got some food down there in turn 4 as well, so while supplies last, you might want to grab a sandwich. They may not be gone. They may be gone by the time you get around to get one, so you might want to grab yourself something to eat now. My belly's starting. Caleb Woods turns them loose. We're off and racing. These guys weren't watching. They're 3 wide racing through turns 1 and 2. 32 Josh Summers out to lead. Here comes Chad Radar O'Reilly. Started on the outside of the 3rd row and moves to the front on lap number 1. 24, Chad Radar O'Reilly out in front. 32, Josh Summers running second. The 20 of Eric Gill there in third. Josh Summers doing a good job up there in second. Now here comes the orange and white number 20 of Rick Richardson trying to move up there to third as we clock in lap 3. Three-car battle for second back there as they come out of turn 4. Josh Summers gets real wide and Rick Richardson goes to second in the yellow and orange number 20. Here comes 89 Jeff Stetler up to third. Our leader is the 24 of Chad Radar O'Reilly. He'll have 5 down and 7 to go. Halfway mark comes out for 24, Chad Radar O'Reilly. 6 down, 6 to go. Orange and white number 20 of Rick Richardson running second. 89 Jeff Stetler's third. The black and orange number 20 of Eric Gills there in fourth. And 007 Jack Brazel now moves to fifth as we clock in lap 7. Orange and white of number 20 of Rick Richardson trying to catch Chad Radar O'Reilly. 24 is your leader. He'll clock in lap 9. They got 3 more to go. Rick Richardson in car number 20 trying to catch him. And orange and white number 20 running in second trying to catch your leader. 24 Chad Radar O'Reilly with 10 down and 2 to go this time by. This is going to be a good one. The last lap coming up for 24 O'Reilly and the 20 of Rick Richardson. They got 1 more to go. Rick Richardson on the inside. Rick Richardson in the orange and white. Number 20 on the inside of number 24, Chad Radar O'Reilly. And a checkered flag will wave for number 20, Rick Richardson. 24, Chad O'Reilly back to second. 89, Jeff Stetler finishes third. 20, 24, and 89. That's the way they're going to finish 1, 2, and 3. 89, Jeff Stetler finishes third. 24, Chad Rado O'Reilly falls to second as this guy makes a final lap pass, diving to the inside in turn 1 on the last lap. He'll pick up a case of Valvoline Motor Oil. Put your hands together for our Valvoline Motor Oil Street Stock C Feature winner. Number 20 out of Syracuse is Rick Richardson. Number 20, Rick Richardson, picking up tonight's Valvoline Motor Oil Street Stock C Feature. Car is sponsored by Knocker Sports Bar in Syracuse, Foyles Plumbing, Wawasee Bowl, the 33 Beverage Stop in Goshen, and RC's Pub and Grub. All sponsors number 20, Rick Richardson. Dayton Daytona Mini Stock C Feature. On the pole, car number 8P, that's Rich Page. On the outside, the 22 of Arden Stafford. Second row on the inside. Car number 8 from South Bend is Patty Smith. To her right, the 29H of Chuck Harper. Third row inside, car number 2C, that is the 2C of Robert Campbell. His right in row 3 is the 14 of Rick Kaiser. Starting in row 4th, on the inside, the 85 of Rodney Archer. To his right, the 18 of Donnie Kaufman. And at the back of the pack, car number 86, George Flowers. 29H, Chuck Harper not making the call, so we got 2, 4, 6, 8 cars to go 12 laps in our Dayton Daytona Mini Stock C Feature. Well, we'll go 10. That was a good bargain. So 10 sounds good. 8 cars to go 10 laps in our final Mini Stock C Feature. The 2 8s up front. Number 8, Rich Page, and the number 8 of Patty Smith. She's helping him along. Well, they're bringing it up to speed already as they go through turns 3 and 4. As they come out of there, Caleb turns them loose. Not a bad start because the outside line finally caught up. And there goes the 22 of Arden Stafford on the outside. 18, Donnie Kaufman on the accelerator, looking for the lead in turn 3. And 18, Donnie Kaufman started on the outside of the 4th row, takes the lead on lap number 1. 85, Rodney Archer running second. 14, Rick Kaiser now up to third. Rich Page in the 8P taking a little Taco Bell dog to the infield as we complete lap 2. Yo quiero Taco Bell. 18, Donnie Kaufman out in front. There goes George Flowers around. We're still under green flag racing. Caution will come out. Caution coming out for 86, George Flowers. With 2 in and 8 to go, he's able to get her restarted. Ooh, he tried to get it fired I don't know how many times until that caution flag comes out. It's like magic. Those cars are able to ignite and get going again. Caleb Wood's going to look him over. He likes what he sees. He gives him the green. Robin racing, and Rodney Archer going to the inside on the restart. 85 Rodney Archer trying to get around the 18 of Donnie Kaufman. Kaufman stays out there on the outside groove. Number 18 Donnie Kaufman trying to regain that lead as they're side by side, wheel to wheel in turn 1 and 2, working on lap number 4. 85 Rodney Archer on the inside. 18 Donnie Kaufman on the outside. And 85 Rodney Archer, your new leader on lap number 4. 18 Donnie Kaufman trying to hang tough. 86 George Flowers, who had to start at the tail, already up to third. 14 Rick Kaiser back to fourth. 5 down, 5 to go. 85 Rodney Archer out of Elkhart, setting in the commander's seat, so to speak. He's got 4 more laps to go to pick up tonight's Daytona Mini Stock C Feature win. Two laps to go this next time by. '18 Donnie Kaufman and 86 George Flowers battling for second. White flag will fly this time. 85 Rodney Archer in front. And the checkered flag finally coming out for number 85, Rodney Archer. 18, Donnie Kaufman. And 86, George Flowers. And look at the Coca-Cola scoreboard, race fans. Your winner will be the 18 of Donnie Kaufman. 85, Rodney Archer being penalized for jump starting a spot on that last restart. And so 18 Donnie Kaufman being awarded the checkered flag tonight in our Mini Stock C feature. 85 Rodney Archer will finish second. 86 George Flowers comes home third. So put your hands together for your Mini Stock C feature winner, number 18 Donnie Kaufman.